with the Beargunson podcast, episode 17, with their co-host Turboheart. He is back and alive. He survived the
I'm here.
Rona.
I did.
He's
I
here
did.
with us tonight. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be. I'm happy to be back, and I'm glad to be in VR too because I thought I would get like dizzy again because when I first got back just into gaming in general, like I play PS4 and I play on a monitor, right? But
Right.
like literally, like everything felt zoomed in. My like reaction time was off. Like I couldn't play for that long. It was weird. It was really weird. Like, I had to get back into it. But I thought when I first got back on VR, I was on, I think like Thursday or Friday, I was on for a little bit, and I thought I would only be on for like half hour, but actually I was accustomed to it, so it's not too bad. It was kind of cool. It was kind of like going through VR again. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's been so long. I wasn't in VR so long, so you know, like when you first get on VR, it's like, wow, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Everything looks so cool. It happened again, so I was like, wow,
Oh, man. It's
man, I
like you had
really
to go through
I've
the
been
whole
missing out.
process.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it was good to go
Nice.
through that again. So I enjoyed that. But
Sounds
yeah, I
awesome.
haven't tried any like intense games. I've only been on VRC, so I could only imagine how like shooter games are. Oh, excuse me.
Right. Oh,
But
man.
how you been, man? How you been? What you been up to?
I've been all right. Just
Have you
been
started the
busy.
classes?
No, so actually supposed to start the classes in on Monday, but they sent me a last minute email saying that the last day to enroll would be on next Friday coming up. So I'm like, oh man.
You enrolled already?
No, so because I didn't know about it. I mean, they might have mentioned it once in the beginning, but then because the main focus of the whole orientation was just about like what we're going to be doing, what we're going to need, and all that, like our health records and all that good stuff, just all the
Gotcha.
basic information. But then there's also another thing that was needed there that wasn't really given like through the emails, and I'm like, oh, now it's kind of trying to rush it through. Hopefully, I can get results in and all that. I
And
just have
before,
some last
yeah,
things to take
yeah,
care
man,
of.
get take care of that, man. So you get
Yeah.
started.
So hopefully I can be able to get everything done and accomplished beforehand, so I can get enrolled right in time before the school starts and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than
Now,
that,
what if you miss like a few, like 1 or 2 days? Are they gonna be like, nope,
you know what?
wait
That's
till
the
next
thing
time?
that it seems like it does seem like they're a little restrictive when it comes to that. Like they were saying that they needed everything like right there up in front, like your all your
You have to have that all
information,
in.
right? And
Dang,
so
get that done, bro.
yeah, so
Now,
I pretty
worst
much
case scenario, what happens if you don't make it, and when's the next class?
so I think worst case scenario, I might have to wait a few more months. But I might have to do
Like next
orientation again.
semester or something? Gotcha.
Right.
Now, did you have to
S
pay for orientation or no?
No, the orientation is free. It's the enrollment that you have to pay for up in full
Okay.
price too. Also, real quick, Haas below 312. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, my dude.
Hell
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Kicks. Hey there, how's it going? Redeemed hydrate. I will hydrate. Definitely need to hydrate.
Hydrate.
You know, I don't even
Gotta
think I
hydrate.
hydrated today at all. Or
Dude,
maybe I
when I
did.
miss having a cup of water, I don't know why. Like, I have one
Oh
here.
man.
It just kicks my ass. I have to drink so much. I've been drinking so much water. Like, I just pee clear now.
You know, I think
Cheers.
you know, they say like when it comes to like the urine, you know, if it's clear, like you're pretty hydrated, but if it's dark in color, you're
Yeah,
getting
if it's like
dehydrated.
yellow as hell, like you
Yeah.
need to drink water. If it's like looks like orange juice, you gotta drink water
Right.
or apple juice.
Apple juice, huh? Hold
Or you just drinking
on.
water?
Nah, got some Jack Rat with me. It was a
Oh, you
gift.
savage. You are a savage animal. A
Yeah, it was
menace.
given to me as a gift from family. I was like, you
Oh
know
yeah?
what? Let me have some of it. I will say though, when it comes to Jack, I'm not 100% of a big fan of Jack. It's just mainly because of the flavor,
Mm,
because I feel like there's not enough flavor in it compared to some
gotcha.
other stuff I've tried. But I mean, I'll still drink it. You know, like I said, it's a gift, so I'm gonna make the best of it.
Why not?
Yeah, why
Yo,
not, right?
what's an alcohol that you like do not like?
Ooh, there's this one particular bottle of tequila that my sister got from Walmart. It was ass. It was like total
Really?
ass. Yeah.
You know what? Which one kind of like when I smell hard vodka,
Oh, hey
right?
there, Night
I
Rose.
it makes me literally like it literally sends chills. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
get goosebumps because I get like I literally get like flashbacks of like last time I like blacked out and it was just gross and I drank way too much vodka. But that and Jameson,
Oh, Jameson. I've tried that.
yeah, I for one of my friends like bachelorette parties, bachelor sorry, bachelor parties, not bachelorette.
Bachelorette. Hey,
Yeah,
Turbo,
one of his
where you been
bachelor
going these days?
no, his bachelor party. They were just passing a jug of Jameson around, and it was
Oh yeah.
so disgusting. Like it was, we just drank it all, and everybody puked. Like
Ugh.
I don't know if
So
I think I puked. I don't even remember. Like
wait,
that's how bad
wait,
it
was it a
was.
brand new bottle or just someone just put stuff
It
in the
was a
Jameson
brand
bottle?
new bottle,
Oh yeah.
but they were just passing around, and I think they might have mixed it with something else. I don't know. They were
Oh,
just like,
okay.
"Take this," and it was just like the night was just like I knew for a fact. I was like, I knew I should have just not swig any of it because it was like if you had some, you're like, all right, you're just taking a swig, but if you think about
Yeah.
it, it's like taking a shot, you know.
Right.
And it was like an hour drive to the city, so this whole hour everyone's just passing this thing around. So when we get there, everyone's just like literally, you know, it's bad when we get there and someone's already puking. Like it
Oh
just
man.
started. We
Yeah.
literally have just started the night and someone's already puking. Like
Right.
his like at the time, not anymore, but it was like his brother-in-law. I guess like it was like a sister's ex-fiance or whatever. So
Mm.
we got there and like literally we're there. We get to like the first bar to like, you know, pregame and just warm up. He immediately throws up. I'm like, bro, we haven't even started. Like we should have never had the Jameson. That's how I knew it was this guy. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
You know,
I mean, one
because
of
what
those.
Jameson's like, if I remember correctly, it's like a malt, right?
I guess I
Yeah.
don't really know.
I don't. Yeah, it's been a
To
while
me,
since
I
I've
was
had
like,
Jameson.
I was like, I've never had Jameson like at that extent. I always had
Mm.
Jameson like oh here have some Jameson. Like oh that's Jameson, that's cool. You know I don't
Yeah,
want that
Mr.
anymore. But
Jameson,
I've
you.
never had it where like come on guys pass it around. And I was like oh
Hey,
god,
you got to treat Mr. Jameson well. You got to treat it with
he
respect.
did not treat us well. He beat the shit out of us.
Bruh. Hey, maybe
Those are the two
maybe
alcohol.
Mr. Jameson was just having a bad day, you know?
Maybe. I
Maybe.
mean, I think it's just we had too much. It was an hour drive.
Mm,
We should have like slowed it down, but that shit was just getting passed around like it was Kool-Aid, and I think that's it. Just it's just bad news. But those are
yeah.
the two alcohols that the two alcohols that I just really like. I'm like, nope, please, no.
Yeah. You know,
You know,
I other than that, like I can't really think of anything because for me it's mostly about the flavor. And well, you know what? I will say there is another one though. I don't even know what it was. It could have been some very bad wine, or someone just tried to make their own batch and it just came out like shitty. So
really.
there was like a bottle, right? Yeah, because we're at a party, everyone's bringing their own wine bottles and all and different drinks, right? And somebody put a tagless bottle. It was a wine bottle with no tags on it, no
Okay.
wrapping on it, just the cork sealed, right? And it's in this just all the way in the corner of the counter, behind all these other bottles. Like, hey, you want to try this out here? Because like we had no idea
Oh, one
who
of
brought.
those.
We
Hey,
didn't.
want to try this?
Yeah, you want to try
That's
it
always
out?
the worst.
Yeah, because like nobody knew like who brought it there. I was like, hey, like let's just try it out. I just pop it open, try it out. Honestly, for me, I couldn't taste anything out of it. But my other friend whose taste buds are a little bit stronger than mine said it was like all sour and vinegary and all that. I was like,
Oh,
no, because yeah, I didn't taste anything out of it. It's just like almost like watered out completely for me personally. And because I looked and I found another bottle that looked exactly identical to like the shape and color of it. And I'm like, let me open this up. We tried it out and exactly the same flavor and everything. I'm like, oh, dude.
damn.
But I was just curious, like, why did someone take off the wrapper and everything off of the first
Yeah,
bottle? That
of the first one. Somebody really wanted to hide what it was. Like,
right.
nah,
It's like, and then I looked on the date,
surprise.
like, because a lot of wine bottles will have like a date, like
Yeah,
2016, right? Well, this one was supposedly 2015, and on the label. It said like I want to say like 15% alcohol in it, and like I forgot how much. Like I think 40 proof or something. It was like some higher number that I've ever seen on a wine bottle. But I was like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
taste anything like what it says that it is.
It was fake. It was fake news.
Y'all
A
got
fake news
bamboozled
label.
here. Y'all got goofed on.
Do you like wine? Do you like wine at
You
all?
know,
Like, are you a wine drinker?
I mean, I drink wine on certain occasions. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not like an avid wine drinker. Like, I'd probably drink more bourbon and whiskey and scotch more than I do wine, but I will drink
gotcha,
wine. If anything, I prefer more like in the middle of like sweet and dry, than leaning towards the dry end. I mean, I,
gotcha, gotcha.
I mean, I don't mind the sweet stuff. Like if someone gave it to me, like okay, I'll drink it, but I
Yeah,
won't go out and choose something sweet because
gotcha.
I don't know, it just tastes like sugar to me,
Yeah, yeah.
especially
I
Stella Rosa and all that.
I've never had it. Stella Rosa, what is that?
Stella Rosa is almost like the Kool-Aid version of wine. So
Oh, I might have to try it out.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna have to
mean,
try it. See, I like sugar. I like sugary
if you like
wines.
sugar drinks, I think get any wine bottle that says pink on it, then yeah, I think you should be fine.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Stella Rosa will be the next one I try. Yeah, I don't really drink wine. I honestly just don't drink alcohol in general. I like Angry Orchard. You know what I mean? Some people don't
Oh
like it,
yeah,
obviously, because
I've tried it
it's
before.
literally apple cider. And then I had this one drink that was a pumpkin kind of beer, and that was so good. I'll never forget it. It was actually really good. It was an off-brand. It wasn't like, a main brand that made it. So,
Yeah.
uh, but other than that, I never really crave alcohol, to be honest.
Hmm.
I'll just drink it because, hey, we're taking shots. Like, all right, let's take some shots.
Yeah, like just
I
do
don't
it
really crave
just to do
alcohol.
it.
Yeah. Even yeah, like I don't go like wine tastings or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I know a
I'm
few
not
people
really a
who like
wine guy.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, some people are big into wines and all that.
Hey, my
So
first
I'm
wine
gonna be
tasting was at
honest.
a party, so
I'm
there
gonna
you
be
go.
honest. That is throwing me off so hard, bro. The lines not
Uh,
connecting on the brick on that, but connecting on that, they are throwing me off so hard. I keep looking at it and it's making
the
me.
OCD's kicking in.
Yeah, well, no, that just feels like it's like off. I mean,
Oh,
that's
you know what?
probably
I
that's
actually
probably
do
fine.
notice that the one over there, you see how the lines are almost matching up, but then
This one, yeah, oh, it's trying to
hmm.
be crazy.
Wait, hold on, let me see. Well, on this side here, you can't really tell. On this side is actually more
A little
fitting.
bit. Yeah,
Just a
that one's
little
almost
bit.
good. It's just that side.
This side, yeah.
Welcome to Bear's Dungeon, by the way.
Yeah, this is my dungeon. See here, we got the ladies over here. That they're gonna be performing for us
Wolfenstein.
and all that.
You ever play Wolfenstein?
Well, I've seen gameplay for Wolfenstein. I never actually played it myself.
The
So
original Wolfenstein, like the 1990 version,
yeah,
like the walls are like this. Like they're more pixelated, obviously, but the walls are like bricks. And it
yeah,
was funny too, because like if you're like in another world, it's just blue brick. They would just change the color of the brick, but it's always brick. Like open up doors and stuff. But I remember that was a good game, by the way.
yeah.
Really good game. Even the
I
newer
think one of my
version.
family members plays a Wolfenstein. I noticed
Yeah,
on
it's a
there.
pretty good
Yeah.
game. I like World War II stuff, to be honest. I'm a big
Oh
World War
yeah.
II. How do I say it? Like like when something has something to do with World War II, I usually like, oh, that's pretty cool. The Revolutionary War too. I like that stuff
Hmm.
too. I don't know why. I think it's really cool when it's like, oh, like if it's a movie or a book or a game or something. Book obviously I don't read, but a movie or a game that is around that era, like I'll
Yeah.
like, oh, it like sparks my interest. You know what I mean?
Have you seen Verdun? Oh, not Verdun. Sorry. Dunkirk.
No, I wanted to.
Yeah.
That looks really good, but that's World
Yeah.
War One, right?
No. That is World War II.
It is World War Two.
Yeah,
Oh yes, that was the
they're
British
on the
side, right?
beaches. Yeah. And
Gotcha.
they're trying to flee
I
from the
heard
Nazis.
that movie was all like just recorded in one shot.
You know
Like
what? They
they
I
like
wouldn't be
they'll do
surprised.
scenes, they switch scenes and stuff, but they just recorded everything. Like it was like crazy.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was really good.
there was parts because it's like one of those films where they'll show like one section of like one area like at a certain point of time, and then they'll show another clip like in the same timeline, but like in a different area, and then they'll show in another area, and then they all kind of like kind of
Come
meet
together.
together. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh yeah. Another thing, like talking about World War II, right? On the games, there's one Call of Duty game that just is just coming out right now. I think it was jeez,
Black
it's
Ops
not Black Ops. It starts with a
or
V.
Cold War,
Not, not
Vietnam.
cool. Not Vietnam. No, it's a new one. Hold on, let me see.
A new Call of
Um,
Duty, really?
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. They just came out with it. They got it on pre-order right now. It's going to be part of the Modern Warfare and Warzone and all that kind
Really?
of collab, right? And
Vanguard? What's
Vanguard,
up?
that's
What's
the one.
next?
Yeah, it's Vanguard.
Vanguard.
That's the one.
I'm gonna have
Actually,
to
here,
check that out.
yeah, here.
And
Let
it's
me.
World War II?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like another World War II game that they came up with. Let me
All
see.
right, so I might have to actually check that out.
Yeah, let me
But
pull it
right
up to
now, the
show
only
the
game that right
stream.
now that's really got I missed. Have you played Back for Blood?
I
The
haven't, but I have heard it's pretty decent though.
I missed it because that's when I got sick.
Oh,
I
really?
got the pre-order. I got like the beta key for like the closed beta and everything, and I got sick and I missed it. I'm like, oh come on. So I that game actually kind of looks cool because I saw some people play it. That actually game looks like it looks like with friends it'd be a lot of fun. Um, but Battlefield, I
Oh,
really want to play the new Battlefield.
you know what? Oh,
Really excited for it.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me
Um,
actually let me pull it up. Let me see. Because actually, right now, currently, I'm been going back and forth with like Modern Warfare,
mm.
multiplayer, Black Ops, and Warzone, and then also Battlefield 5, which is a another World War II game. That
Yeah,
Battlefield.
Battlefield 5 was pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's
From
and
what I
then
heard,
from what.
it just had bad press.
Yeah, but I don't know if you heard, but there's a lot more players jumping on that game now as of recent, which is it's
I'm
kind
not
of crazy.
surprised because everyone's probably getting ready for Battlefield 2042. And not for nothing,
Oh,
Battlefield
24.
5 or 6, whatever which one it is, the World War II one. That was the first Battlefield where they introduced Battle Royale into it. I've always liked Battlefield because you can like destroy like buildings and stuff. Like literally, you throw a grenade at a wall, it'll like blow the wall apart. You know,
Oh
I don't know.
yeah.
I love physics like that. I love it. So I had a lot of like to be honest, I really wanted to play that game, but then when I didn't like their price points, and then it was also EA Games, and then during like the
Oh
I waited to see how the game was, and in the beginning it was absolute crap. Like people were saying it was sucked. So,
yeah. You
and
know
EA is
this.
usually not the best. EA instead
Mm,
of EA saying like, because it happens with Apex too. Like, be like, man, this is broken. Like, hopefully you guys can fix it. Instead of them saying like, you know what, guys, like, please be patient. Like, we're gonna work on this and fix the bugs. It's always something like, well, you guys should probably understand that we're doing everything we can. Like,
hmm.
be patient yourselves, like, you know, something like that. It's always like a
Yeah.
dumb remark, like, no, who is like the PR, who is the PR of so the
Right.
whoever does PR for Battlefield on the EA side was just absolutely terrible, and they murdered
And you
that
know
game.
what? That's the weird part. I don't know if you ever noticed, like from their games, like in their older games, it went from I think what was it, like Origin, and then it moved on to EA later on,
Yeah,
which
yep.
is weird. I'm like, because I was playing Battlefield Hardline too. I got into that, and it
And those
was
games are good. That was
oh
before EA really controlled everything. It was
right,
more
and
like DICE doing everything.
yeah, and then you then when they go up to their like later games, like then the EA started getting into them
Yeah,
and all that, and I was like, you know what? I mean, comparing to from the 2 servers and all that, how they handle it, I feel like the Origin one is pretty smooth. I
mhm.
mean, so far from my experience of playing both Battlefield 5 and then Hardline, I mean, they're both pretty smooth games, right? But then
Yeah,
I felt like with the process with the EA, I felt like it took a little bit more compared to the Origin one.
yeah. Well, Origin is EA from what I
Are they
think.
both affiliated
Yeah,
together?
it's just like it's just kind of like an EA instead of like, hey, instead of using Steam, like let's make our own market, and they made
Mm,
Origin. And but I do feel like Origin's a little. It's probably more like developer friendly, if that makes sense.
okay.
Because I've had kind of the same thing. Like certain games that like they just run smooth when it goes off Origin, versus a game that is a EA game, but you launch it from the game, like you get a server from the game, right? Is that what you're
Right.
talking about? Like
Yeah.
it's usually not as smooth. So
And that, oh yeah,
um
you know what? That is something I did notice with Origin. Whenever I play a hardline, it wouldn't take a server straight from the game. It would open up your browser, like it opens up like Chrome, and
yeah,
then on their website, it'll show like servers and your profile and all that good stuff.
exactly.
While on the EA version, or I guess they're both EA, but like the official like AAA
Game
titled
version.
EA server stuff, it'll do it straight from the game, so it doesn't take you to
Exactly.
your browser. Which I guess I don't know. To me, I feel like I mean I don't mind either way.
Yeah.
But I feel like it probably is more convenient for some to
The only reason I do like the browser is because from what I heard, it helps with anti-cheat. I'm okay
Oh,
with if they want to like, hey, we're gonna like install a little software here called like anti-cheat software that's gonna kind of like check your computer while it's running this game. I'm okay with that because it's
yeah.
getting bad. I don't know if you heard. So like Warzone, obviously, very
Oh
popular.
yeah. Yes.
Very popular game. If
Yeah.
you've noticed, the view, like even on Twitch, like that game has gone down a lot because streamers are leaving. People that like just play the game in general are leaving because I guess it's really bad with cheaters. It's really bad, and it's not just
Yeah.
PC.
It,
There's that one streamer with his like girlfriend, and of course the girlfriend like she doesn't know how to cheat, you know what I mean? But they would
mm,
both have cheats play on Xbox, and I guess like
hey, the
one
roof.
time she like left or something. She like left like her chair, and
Oh.
like they were still in the lobby, and it was just like locking onto everyone's heads, you know?
Mm.
And then the guy there were several times where people like just kept clipping like, yo, these people are cheating. And they're not on
Yeah.
PC, they're on Xbox. Like people think
Mm.
too, like, oh, consoles doesn't have cheats. Console has cheats. Console
Yeah.
100%
Because
has
I
cheats.
will say one thing though. I remember playing with my brother, and we were online, right, doing multiplayer TDM, just basic
Mhm.
TDM, no, not even like competitive like Warzone and all
Yeah.
that, right? And somebody was using like a almost like a speed hack, teleport hack or whatever.
Oh, they're just like
Yeah, because like there was an artillery fire, right, coming from from our side, gonna hit him.
yeah.
He dodges it, and then I pull up right at the last minute and just pop a few rounds on him, and I get him right because he stops right in front of me. I'm like, boom, got him, boys, we got him.
Got 'em, boys.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, like you notice that there's these cheaters there, and sometimes when I notice it only happened on maybe one or two occasions where they actually screwed up the whole like graphics and everything because everything was all like the map was see through, transparent, everything was
Oh,
like broken,
jeez.
and
Yeah, so
everyone was
they
just
really had
tripping balls, and it's
yeah.
like, yeah, like nah,
It's been happening a lot with games, man. Like, I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest, I think the first game that I saw get, how do I say, killed by hacks is PUBG. I think PUBG
really,
was the first game where it was a battle royale. It was super popular. Like literally, it was like so pop. I remember my life like was revolved around that game for like 2 years, and then it just got so plagued with hackers to the point where it was just like, yeah, I don't even want to play this anymore. And as soon as the next game came out that like sparked my interest, which was Apex, I left that game like so fast. And I think what happened to what I went through with PUBG is what people are going through with Warzone. And not for nothing, I love Warzone. I play Warzone, so much fun playing with friends and stuff. But as
yeah,
soon as you come across a hacker, it's just like, God damn it. And
yeah,
I guess it's been happening a lot. Like people just like, oh, there we go, and like they don't even care. Like usually
right,
hacking's like, oh shit, like I gotta hide it. But from what I heard, like people don't like it's to the point where like I guess the Call of Duty admins or whatever don't even they're like whatever, and they don't even care. So these people just hack with literally like no repercussions whatsoever, and just do whatever they want to do for
yeah.
leaderboards or whatever. So it sucks, and it's a free game, you know. So
Right. Well,
even if
I
I
mean,
do get banned,
technically, oh yeah, you're
like
right.
things
The
like that.
Warzone section is free.
Yeah, the Warzone section. Yeah, Call of Duty at the Modern Warfare part, you got to pay for. But
Right.
if I really wanted to, I just make another Warzone account, and just hack on Warzone and just keep hacking. Literally, I mean,
Right.
same thing with Apex.
I think that's probably what people do because I noticed that there's these like rank one players out there that are like
Yeah,
doing like all like crazy,
super good.
crazy cracked and all that, right? And I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
these guys gotta be using an alt account. Come on
yeah.
now, y'all
Either
aren't just
old
like
account or they're hacking and they're just using, you know what I mean, like a account that they don't care about, just
right,
test
because I'm like,
hacks out.
it made no sense because whereas one time where I was like the highest ranking person in both from both sides, and they're all like doing all cracked out and everything. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
bruh, y'all gotta be on a alt account.
yeah, exactly. And man, I mean, I will say this: when I was younger, when I was like way younger, um, for like Counter Strike, I remember like
Oh,
um, I was able to get like hacks and stuff. I was able to make them, and I will say this: I had to turn them off because I didn't want to get banned during tournaments. It made me a better player. It made me an awesome player. I was such a good Counter Strike player. to the point where I like started doing tournaments and stuff. But
Oh,
even
nice.
hacking, like even when I did it, it gets boring. Like, like the competitive aspect is kind of gone. I could see it for getting used to aiming and getting better, but I mean, like that's over in like a few, like 2 weeks. You're like bored. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Where there's people that I think the problem with today's world is that people will use it so they can fake how good they really are. And
Mm,
then, and like I said, like streamers do it. They're like, I'm the best, my KD. And then you always hear those stories of someone that was supposed to be a great player and they stream and then they got caught cheating. And then, like, that's pretty much the end of their career, their streaming career. Because
yeah.
I think that's the problem that's happening today versus like how it used to be, where people are just cheating, like, "Oh, this is crazy!" Like, "Oh man, like I'm messing up the game kind of for hee and ha-has." But eventually, you still return and kind of go back to the competitive aspect, where now people, I mean, even like in Warzone, there's no badges, right? But on Apex, you can get badges. Like if you get over 20 kills, you get this special badge that shows like, "Whoa, you've gotten 20 kills, over 20 kills in a game." you
Mm,
know and people go on eBay and pay for these badges just so they look like, wow, I'm better than like than
right.
than what they are. Like it's to the point where people are actually doing that, like they're actually paying for badges, exploiting games to try to look better than how they really are. And it sucks. I mean, I think that's what's ruining games, like, because you have people that actually grind, right? They grind, they play the game the way it's supposed to be played,
Right.
and then you have people that just cheat their way. And when there's no repercussions, it's just kind of like, all right, then why am I gonna grind when people are cheating and just getting way ahead of me and they're okay with it? Like they're not getting banned, they're not getting hit or anything. So
Yeah.
I just hope that I see it with Warzone. Like sadly, Warzone's now going downhill, and a lot of streamers are leaving and going to Apex, which is cool, sort of. But I don't want Apex to be the next game because yesterday I got on with my friend. He's actually him and his friend just came over from Warzone, so they're like they've been playing Apex every now and then, but now they're playing it more because they're leaving Warzone. And one of them was on PC, so we joined a PC lobby, and I'm literally like, we're doing great. We're like down people, like, oh snap, I'm undercover. All of a sudden, I get like my friend gets hit with a sniper, downed immediately. I'm like, oh shit, got him with a headshot. So I'm like taking
Yeah.
cover. Boom. I'm like in the air, do this crazy jump. I get killed. I get shot, one shot out of the air. I'm like, whoa, like whoever hit that shot is amazing. And then my friend gets killed. One shot, headshot. I'm like, what's going on? We watched a guy that killed us. He has 17 kills. He's just literally like locking onto targets on their heads with this sniper. I'm like, great. The hacks are coming out. Like I literally
Yeah.
play a few PC lobbies and I'm already like encountering a cheater. So I just hope whatever's happening in Warzone stays there. Like I kind of hope they fix it. Because what'll happen is if Warzone dies, or even Vanguard, let's say Vanguard comes out, right? All those hackers will just be like the people that make. You gotta remember, there's a market for hacks, right? Like if a streamer wants to be a really good player and look really good, I mean these people are paying like up to like $1,000 for the program. And
Right.
what people don't know is this program runs separate from the game. So when I stream a game, I stream just the game. You don't see any overlays, you don't see any other programs running. So if I'm a streamer and I want to look like I'm way better, but I'm in reality have wall hacks going on. Wall hacks, by the way, is probably like wall hacks and recoil hacks are like the most popular ones. Recoil
Mm.
hacks are almost impossible to detect. And what those are is macros. For people that don't know, guns always
Oh,
have different recoil patterns, like an AK, bah, 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 AK always has crazy recoil. You can run what they call as macro scripts. So essentially, I can just shoot, hold down the mouse button, and the script will kind of just tell it'll move the mouse down for me. So instead of the recoil going all the way all over the place, it'll just boop, 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 everything will be like a nice circle. That's the
hmm.
most common one, and it's really hard to detect because who's going, like, how they gonna detect you with your mouse movement and stuff unless they have like a video or something, and someone reports it. It's hard to detect that with like software. Then there's like wall hacks. Those are actually programs running in the background, and that's when you can see people through walls, and you can usually either see them through walls or you can change their model so it's like a bright glowing green character, or so you can see them far away. And but people make there's a market for it,
The whole
like
marketing
people
ordeal
one
with
is
that.
there's groups that make these hacks. You got to make them one work, which isn't the hard part. The hard part is making them undetectable.
Mm,
And I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of games, they're like, I'm like, especially Call of Duty. Call of Duty's been trying to kind of battle it. They'll have an update like every few days. And it's not because they're like fixing the game and making it great. No, it's because they're trying to change certain source codes. So when someone
right.
loads up a hack and it uses the old source code, they're like, oh, hacker, ban them. That's literally what it comes down to. At PUBG tried to do the same thing. The only bad thing about PUBG is their source code got leaked like immediately. So, anytime they like there was no way like the hackers pretty much had the golden key every time.
Yeah, I'm
You know
wondering
what I
too.
mean?
Like when it comes to that stuff, do you think that it's someone on the inside leaking those source codes
I
to
mean,
people?
one is you could with PUBG, that's what happened. Someone from the
Okay,
inside told the source code, and it was like there's nothing you can do. Like, what are you gonna remake the game? You know what I mean? Like
right.
that's literally what it comes down
I
to.
mean, because like it's weird
But
because
even if
like
you
imagine like
don't,
somehow somebody gets a hold of the source code right when it's released, right, a new one,
yeah,
and like you would think that the company would try to like kind of sniff out whoever's like leaking out these source codes. That's doing an
exactly.
inside job, right? But apparently they they never found anything, right? Or
Yeah.
are
I
they still?
mean, with like certain game like Call of Duty, I don't think someone leaked it, but you never know. Maybe someone did. Even if they don't have a leaker, people data mine like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I want to make this program, and if I'm gonna get $1,000 for this program to sell to streamers or people that just want to hack the game, if I sell 20 of those copies, I'm getting 20 grand. So I'm going to data mine the shit out of this game. You own the game, you have all the files in your computer, you have time. I mean, the game's been out for over a year now, you know? It's not like, oh, the game's new, so we got to like go and decompile everything. You got to think about it. If there's a person that literally dedicates 6 months to like decompiling this and getting everything running and working correctly, right now's the time. You know what I mean? Like that, those hacks are out, and that's just one person. There's probably multiple people, multiple groups working on this game, decompiling it and making hacks for it and getting it to get better and better every time. And the player base only gets more and more popular. And you would think, oh man, you know, like Call of Duty and the devs like Activision and all that, dang, they're probably expanding their anti-cheat technology as well, but they're not. The
mm.
game stays the same. like they update, and all they put their efforts into is marketing more stuff to make more money. They don't ever like
Yeah,
market because you don't make
right.
money on anti-cheat. I mean, now you're losing money, but the way they
True.
look at it,
Yeah.
marketing standpoint, they're like, oh, what are we gonna spend money on? Oh, like yeah, make more skins and stuff like that. So
Right.
people buy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Add a Master Chief skin or something, or add whatever. Add this so they can buy it. Yeah,
I mean, isn't
totally.
that
Oh
kind of
my
like what
god.
like Fortnite does? Like they'll put out like
That
something new every single
Fortnite
time.
has a bunch of hack.
Yeah.
Fortnite died because the skill level almost like in the beginning it was so much fun
Oh
because like
yeah.
people learning how to play, you're building this and that. And then what happened is like you get to this point where like everyone's a sweat and the skill level is just so high. And at that point, I mean, Fortnite's not even a real game in reality. It's kind of like it's still in beta, and I mean, those when the game's in beta, like the source code is like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a
Mm.
joke. So
Yeah,
the
and
hacks
then
were
especially
pretty
for new
rampant.
players that want to join on, and all they get is a whole bunch of sweats rolling through.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
the hacks were so apparent on Fortnite. Like it was a joke. It still is a joke. Like getting caught. Like literally the amount of people that would hack, and it's like, oh no, I got banned. Like make a new Fortnite account. Like you know what I mean? There's no
Right.
like, like it doesn't matter. Like
Right.
and Fortnite doesn't care.
Right.
They're like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like, are we gonna spend money on anti cheat to make people happy, or are we going to make more skins to make more money? Like, we're going to make more skins, make more money. We don't care. So that's all they really cared about.
Yeah.
And I
And
honestly think that's kind of where Warzone went.
yeah, Warzone, same thing. The one thing I don't like about Warzone because I like the fact that they made some skins and weapon stuff that are you're able to use in both modern warfare multiplayer and Warzone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but there's certain things that you can only use in Warzone and Black Ops that you can't use in multiplayer.
Yeah, there was a gun I picked up. I'm like, this gun's awesome. It's like,
Mm.
oh, but I can't level it up because it's a Black Ops gun. I was like, come
Right.
on. And
And
but what? Who made that? Guaranteed, the developers weren't like, yeah, let's do that. That's somebody in the marketing department that was like, hey guys, how do we get people to buy another game, especially even if they don't want to play the game? Put the content in the more popular game. So, oh, you want this content? Buy the new game.
right.
You know what I
And that's the
mean?
part that
Like,
sucks is like, why'd you guys put it in this other game's shop, right? If you can
yeah.
only use it in another game,
I mean,
of
it's
course,
kind of genius. It's a dick move, but it's genius.
yeah,
It's kind of like it's almost like
definitely
you're
smart.
making people buy the game. Like, look, if I'm a big Warzone player, my main game is Warzone. I'm gonna buy Black Ops so I can have those guns. Not because I'll still try Black Ops and play it and have fun,
Mm,
but I'm just gonna be like, I literally bought this game because I just want all the extra content for Warzone. I would have done
right,
that if Warzone was my game.
right,
So in their eyes, it's a genius move because they're making money with the game. They might even they got people playing Black Ops and they might like Black Ops, and then that's a whole nother market. You know what I mean? Like, oh, now, what if this user's like, you know what, I don't really like Warzone. I'm gonna just stay with Black Ops. Oh my God, they have skins for Warzone. I mean, for Black Ops that I can get,
right.
and oh my God, it's so cool. Or Cold War, right? It's called Cold
Cold
War.
War. Well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
Black Ops Cold War, right?
Black Ops
But
Cold
then
War. Yeah,
what's the funny thing about that is I accidentally bought Cold War, because they told me about getting multiplayer. It's like, okay, it has multiplayer in it. All right, let me get that. It's like, oh
yeah,
no, I mean
exactly.
Modern Warfare multiplayer. I'm like, no.
I have Cold War. It came with my video card. I
Oh
have Cold War.
really?
I just haven't installed it or redeemed. I should do that before it's too late and I forget. Because
Yeah,
from what I have heard, honestly, Cold War Zombies, I heard is so much fun. Like it's a blast. Like I heard that game's worth it just for the zombies. Um,
hmm,
and that's what I heard. I actually do like the Black Ops series. Like uh the Black Ops, what was it called? Blackout was their like
hmm.
battle royale back in the day. That
I don't
that was my
remember.
shit, dude.
Wait, did
Before,
they make one?
yeah, they had one called Blackout. Yeah, it's called Black Ops Blackout, and it was their battle royale, and I loved that. That shit was fun as hell. I played that like nonstop. That was my main game before Apex. Then I got really into Apex after that. The main reason, well, I gotta say, one of the things that got me really into Apex out of all the other games, because there's great battle royale games out there, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And one of the main reasons I stayed with Apex is the stats. Like they record your stats you before a match. Like if you won the battle royale, it tells the whole lobby like, "Yo, these were the champions." Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
yeah.
And I think that was one of the main reasons I stayed with Apex, just because the stats were recorded
Hmm,
and like your kill counter goes up, you can show that off, you could put stuff on your banner. They did a good
yeah.
job with that.
Also,
If Warzone had that,
hmm.
that'd be huge.
You know what? Talking
That would be
about
huge.
were you talking about Blackout? I just found it on Google. Let me show it to the stream real quick. Let me see here.
Oh, Blackout, yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
dead game now, but at the time, it was just a few
So it
years
was on
ago.
Black Ops 4,
Yeah,
looking it
yep,
up. So that's
yep.
I mean, it almost reminds me of Fortnite just a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I gotta say, the color, the map was awesome.
Yeah.
The movement, everything was great about that game. I remember, oh man, just playing and having I always wanted to get a sniper so bad. I think I want like, it was so cool. I would always use one certain skin, so people always knew me from that one skin. You could have cars, you could drive the cars, people in there and shooting the cars and it was a fun game. I gotta say, like as I got a lot of heat and all this because at the time it was like the most popular game for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Like they had a bunch of game modes. Like I play with my friends all the time. Like I had a blast with that game. And winning that was like, yeah. Winning any battle royale's big. I mean,
Oh,
in
yeah,
general,
definitely.
you
I
know.
actually won my first Warzone, what's it called? Pretty much got carried, me and
You won
a
your first
couple
game?
others. Yeah, first game, got
Isn't that the
carried.
best? Like, yes, we
Yeah, I was
won.
like,
You get in the helicopter. Like it's awesome. It's a great
oh man,
feeling.
that last bit because we were all stuck around this like bunch of tents and all that, and
Huh.
there's like one guy we're all chasing him down, like just spraying him and all that. I was like, bruh. Get over here, buddy.
You know, it's intense. I mean,
Oh
battle
yeah,
royale in general, if you think about it, is usually, like 60, 80, 100 people. I mean, it's a lot of people all in one
it
server
is.
going against each other, and you got to come out like the champ, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hey, it does work. I mean, it's cool to say, yeah, you know what? I beat like 60 like or Warzone 150 people, right? I beat
Mm.
150 people out and we got the top spot. I mean, that's awesome. That's really cool. We take it for granted. I mean, we're just like, yeah, we're playing the game. Oh man, it's laggy. Oh, what the hell's this gun? We take it for granted, but in reality, I mean, it's awesome. We're to the point. I remember, I was playing retro games the other day. Like, wow, this is fun. 2 players, like 4 players, yay. We're now playing 150 players, battling to the death in teams with all kinds of guns, equipment, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
pretty
crazy.
awesome. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I
I
never thought
love
like
that,
150 players would be possible. Like before, I think the
right?
max was like 100, right, or 99 for the most part.
Exactly. I remember even thinking like, oh my God, 32, like in Call of Duty, like 16 versus 16, like, oh my God. Now
It's
it's like
crazy.
150 players all in
Yeah.
one, landing wherever they want. It's pretty crazy. You should actually Bear, you know what game we tried and we had a blast with was Gang V.
Gang V. Oh, I
It's
think you're talking to me about that game before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so it's a VR based game where it's pretty much Grand Theft Auto. You walk around, there's cars, you can mug people in VR, like give me your money, and stuff like that. But then they have a battle royale mode. So you and a team can go in
Huh.
and you guys like land where you want or go wherever you want and take cars like your friend can drive and you're
Oh,
like
it's all battle royale, huh?
yeah, and you got to find guns and stuff and it's against other players, but the world is still there. So you're going against other players, but there's still like cops, there's still people, there's still like just random cars, and you know what I mean? There's still civilians.
Yeah.
So it's crazy as hell. And I gotta say, like, I was having a blast. I was having too much of a blast to the point where I'm like, yo, I have to take a break. Like, this is too intense. This is too intense. This is too crazy. And the guns get crazy. When you kill someone, they have like, I'm like, how did this person even get this gun? It's like some crazy, crazy gun all decked out. So check out Gang V. I definitely
Yeah. Here, let me actually pull it up real quick.
yeah.
Let me see here. It's gonna be a small picture. This is one I could find. Hopefully everyone will be able to actually see it on stream. See here. I might have to
Fun game.
actually.
It's made by the same people that made War Dust.
Here, let me see if
And
I
that's
can.
honestly the only reason I even got it because I was about to buy War Dust, and
Yeah.
I think it's called Standout VR. Standout VR is like a PUBG Battle Royale VR game. I think that's what they started with, and then
Huh.
Gang V was just like a concept, and it actually ended up being so much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun, I gotta say, and there's so many guns too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so have you guys tried it out yet? Or have
Yeah,
you tried
me
it?
me and Kyrie played it. It was so crazy, and we are like, "Yo, get in!" Like, you get in the car. We're like driving, get out. Like, there's like and like on the radar, you see people coming toward you. So there'll be like other players, and you gotta think about it. If you kill someone, you take all their money, and then you can buy better guns and all that, and level up. So like, we'll like get behind cover, like Jesus, like shoot, and we're literally like shooting as much as we can. Like, it is crazy.
Yeah.
And when you hear people fighting, like you go over to see if you can third party it. Like, it is intense. It is an intense game. um, the only thing is, I will say is the only thing I do wish was like there'll be times like if my teammate dies, like no, like they can get revived, but if they get finished, like if they kill them while they're on the floor, kind of like in Call of Duty,
Yeah.
there's no way to respawn them. Like that's it, it's
Oh
over.
man, no gulag. You know,
No, no gulag, nothing like that. So I wish there was a way like where you can like buy them back, but I don't see that.
Drop something.
Happening anytime
There.
soon, or maybe they'll add it. Because then
Yeah.
what I mean, you can keep it going.
Right.
So, but it's yeah, it's a fun game. I definitely recommend it. It's not that expensive. I think I bought like Standout VR, War Dust, and Gang V. I think they're wait till they're on sale because I got all the games for like $25 or 28 bucks, something like that. for all 3 games. So we're drinking right now, bro? You taking a drink? I'm taking
Yeah,
a water.
yeah.
Taking a little sip of you.
I'm like all doing this while holding my controllers and all. Oh man.
But yeah, the Gang V is awesome. I want to get back into Pavlov. Have you tried Pavlov at all?
You know what? I haven't. I think I have it on my wish list. My wish list on Steam, but I
Yeah.
haven't tried it out yet. But it does look pretty cool. I know you guys are talking about it. I know
Yeah, no,
you and
you can play zombies. There's all kinds of games you could do. I feel like Pavlov is one of the most underrated shooter games and like VR shooter games ever. But I will say this, get a stock. It is a game changer if you have a stock.
yeah. And I think even someone made it on Quest. I don't know if it's official, but I heard about like a different version of Pavlov being on Quest. I don't know if they're
They
linked.
do. It's called like Pavlov Shack, but it's not as good, and there's
Right.
no crossplay.
Oh, I see. So it's like
Definitely
its own
get Pavlov.
Pavlov ordeal,
Yeah,
right?
get just regular Pavlov on
Pavlov
Steam.
Steam. All right.
So good. Like you can literally, they have like Call of Duty Zombies in VR. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
so crazy.
let me look it up right now. See.
Honestly, I think that's gonna be my goal this week. Is
Yeah.
I'm gonna print out a stock because I want. All right, so I have a sad story to say today. I was gonna go riding today.
Oh,
I
really?
literally had everything ready, charged my GoPro, got my gear ready. I was like, yeah. So like, woke up super early to get everything loaded, loaded my bike up, and it starts downpouring because there's a hurricane on the East Coast.
Oh, you
So
got a hurricane right now?
yeah, we're technically in a hurricane. I mean, it's not like bad. It's just
So
raining,
what
but
they named the hurricane this time?
I don't remember actually. I don't remember what they named it,
Hurricane
but
Karen.
Hurricane Karen, yeah, just comes to your house and just complains the entire time. Um, but
Right.
uh, but yeah, so that kind of sucked. I was like, well, I can't go riding, and then I checked the weather. It's not going to be like nice until like Wednesday. So I'm like, all right, for the next few days, I'm kind of, just gonna be doing everything I have to do is inside. I'm not gonna be doing anything outside. So I think that'll be my next thing is fixing my 3D printer, getting it ready to print. And I got a bunch of stuff I gotta print. I gotta print some for my friend, but I'm definitely gonna print
Okay.
out a stock. And you're using a Quest right now, right? A Quest 2?
Yeah, Quest 2 right now.
So
And
I
then I have
have
it linked up to my
I
PC.
have the I downloaded the files because my friend wanted to play with us, but he ends up just kind of like not doing VR. Like
Hmm.
he did VR for a month and then just kind of disappeared. So I have the files and I want to make so I have my stock. I already have my design and everything, but I want to switch it so instead of it going onto the Index controllers, I can make it go on Quest controllers. I can send it to
Oh, I
you and you
see.
can test it out and let me know like, oh, like, yeah, this is good, but like the stock is too far up, or on the Quest controller, it's bent, like bend it at like a better angle or something.
Yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
have a Quest controller to test it on. Like I said, my friend was going to be the guinea pig. Um, he used to, what it was, or my friend, we're still friends, but he was my like one of my best friend's roommates. And then he moved out, and then so I don't really see him as much anymore. And he doesn't even go on VR. Like I don't think he's been on since like last year. So
Hey, just send me one of those like like a 3D printed extendable stock and all that.
yeah, that's what I did. So I used the stock design. I copied off my AR-15 and I copied
Okay.
everything. So I had it to the point, but to be honest, it was almost too advanced to the point where I'm like, this is. I gave my stock, by the way, to Kairu. Kairu now. Oh, I was like, yo, and he bought my
Oh,
index.
nice.
I was like, you could have it, and I gave it to him. But it's a whole thing, and it has an adjustable stock, so it can go in and out, and it holds, and then you can aim it, and then I had like a funnel system that I designed. So that was the only bad part is like there's like some people you can buy a stock, right? You can buy a stock off eBay or Etsy for
Right.
$100 or something, and they'll be like magnetic. So they'll have it so you'll have like your this will be like stuck with the stock, like this will always be stuck with the stock, but this part will just magnetize on. But the
Oh.
bad thing is the magnet's never like perfect. It always like moves a little bit.
Oh, I
I
see.
created a funnel system, so this was like a funnel, and then on your left hand would be a stick. I'll send you the design so you can see what it looks like. But what it was like eventually, like after like playing for like 1 or 2 days, you're like what's that called? Per Not peripheral. Like your instinct now knows where to go. And what I would do is like I
Ah,
would have my hands, because you had to have your hands separate. Like you have to take out your gun, you have to reload and stuff. But like, oh,
right.
I gotta aim down sight. I would like you'd insert it, even though without seeing it. You have your VR glasses. You would insert it into this funnel and use it, and it would lock. It was such a good system.
Huh.
And you ever used an AUG, an AUG?
Not well, not in VR, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
The AUG gun in oh my god, on Pavlov was so good with the stock because there was a scope and it was burst, like you can make it single fire. So I
Right.
would literally like lock, put in single fire and just like, and you have the stability, the stability of the stock where if you don't have a stock and I just play like right now, if I load up Pavlov, I'm gonna go like I'm like this. You know what I mean? I'm shaking. Look, like
Yeah.
there's no stability, and I'm like that.
Right.
Like this is holding. This is like my aim. Where if you
Yeah,
have
it's
the
like you
stock,
really gotta
it's
have like
so
a
good.
steady arm and hand to be
Exactly.
able
And
to
sniping
go
was
around.
my shit. Cause a sniper, like now you have the stock, like oh,
Oh
so
man.
good. Yeah. So no, I'll definitely like I said, if you're really interested in testing out Pavlov, I can definitely design something. I
All
should do
right.
that like tonight and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited for that, and I want to see how it works because if everything works good, my plan was to like just make like a little shop on Etsy or just sell it like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like this is the quest design. I'll print it, send it out to you, $50 or something like that, just to make some money on the side. But I spent so much time designing that, dude. The design with the bar and then using the stock, like so crazy. But I think I'm gonna scrap the whole adjustable stock idea, or at least the way I had it was I used a spring. Like, oh man, I wish I could show you it, but it just was like it was just too complicated to make. I think I might just make it where you'll have like a pin, you can adjust it and then just put the pin in, and like you're not going to be in VR like, oh, I need to adjust it on the go. Like I always
Right.
find myself leaving it in one position and I'm done. Like I'll
Huh.
never adjust it
And
you know
that's really convenient too, especially like when you're playing, you're gonna be moving back and forth and all that.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, I think I might make it so it's still adjustable, but it'll be more like, okay, like before the game starts, like you have your VR glasses off, you adjust it to what you want, to where you feel it's comfortable, and then like you put a bolt and a nut or something and it holds it in place and
Yeah.
it's done, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I think, especially 'cause I'm in California, I think a lot of gun owners who had like collapsible stocks on their ARs.
Oh yeah, they're
When they
illegal
started
over
banning
there.
that shit, it was just stupid. Like I
Yeah.
think they
It's
should have just
illegal over
got
here too.
really.
Yeah, New
What they
York it's
should do
illegal.
now? Like they should get those stocks, take them off the ARs, right? Put the default one on, right? And then just
Yeah.
use that for their VR. You know.
Yeah, facts. I mean, you technically could. I mean,
I mean,
they
hey,
they
and then you still have your stock, right? And then in case like they lift the ban and all that, hey, put it back on your AR. There you go.
Yeah. Wasn't there a big like assault ban, like they like lifted the ban in
I
California?
I
There was this
heard
huge thing that
I heard
happened.
someone telling me about it. I don't know how accurate that is because I never looked it up. Because
Yeah, there
I
was this
used I
huge
used to
thing
be
because
into that a lot. I used to look it up all the time, but I
yeah,
haven't really done much. Like the last time I heard of anything was about it was stupid. Like I know they did one about like suppressors, right, and all that.
yeah.
And then there was one recently in California where it was a trigger, right? It's like a special trigger, like really like precise trigger that was made. I forgot what the name of it was, but basically they're banning it because they considered it they're gonna put it under the machine gun tier.
Oh, what? Because it was
Yeah,
too fast. Like,
right.
yeah,
Because people were able to just
yeah. They
go
banned it
tap
when
tap
when
tap tap
Trump
tap.
was
Right.
in presidency. There was a thing called a bump stock.
Oh yeah, bumps.
Um,
Like I
yeah.
remember hearing
So,
about that too.
so what we would do was there was a stock, right, and it would have a little slide on it, and with high recoil weapons, with like an AR, like a 22, which what everyone has, it was really hard. So you had to switch the trigger. You had to switch the trigger to a high responsive trigger, like you're talking about, like something very sensitive. And what it would do essentially is when you would shoot, it would use the recoil of the gun to pull back and forth. So all you really had to do is just hold your finger there, and the gun would kind of do this. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
you're
like
hitting the trigger really
you're
really
kind of
fast, but it's doing it for
jerking
the
your
bump. Yeah,
whammies
so
there.
it'd be like and the gun's kind of doing it for you.
Yeah.
Um, you technically, to be honest, if you're good, you could make a gun bump fire without using a bump fire stock. An AK-47, by the way, like you could take it, and you can put your thumb in the loophole of your jeans like this, literally like this, and you that way it holds your finger in, and
Like
then
hip
you use your
fire it.
index finger exactly, and then
Yeah.
pull forward on the AK, and it pulls the trigger, and it'll be and it'll do it for you because your finger. Yeah, so I mean, you don't really need a bump stock
Well,
for that to happen.
stability might not be the best for everyone on
No,
that
I
part.
mean, honestly, in general, automatic isn't the best for it's for suppression. It's not meant for, like aim, and so you're gonna have crazy recoil.
Oh yeah.
Um and like you said, triggers, like if someone puts in a sensitive trigger, I could still just really
Yeah,
fast.
it was kind of stupid. It's like
Yeah.
one of those like
It's
minor
just
things that they're just trying to throw out there. You
it's
know.
just people it's to keep somebody behind a desk happy. That's what
Yeah,
that's
and you know what's the funny part about it? Like they were saying too, like what are these like mediocre parts really gonna do? You know, what like was it
yeah,
really gonna do for anyone? Like,
look, criminals don't follow
yeah,
the law.
criminal.
You know what I
Even
mean?
in
Like
Chicago, if you think
if
about
they really
Chicago,
want
there's a thing about
to
Chicago, right? There's a shooting there, and there's like Chicago has like even more restrictive
the
laws.
most restrictive gun
Right, the
laws.
most
That's
restrictive
why
laws in the
people
country,
will be
and
say
people.
sarcastic stuff like oh so and so this happened in Cali or this happened in Chicago. Like that's impossible. It's illegal to have those kinds of guns. Like kind of being sarcastic. Like
Wow.
yo, how do these places with the highest law? Like you got to remember, criminals do not follow the laws. So when
No,
you
they
make
don't.
these crazy laws, it only hurts the law-abiding citizen, which is kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah, I mean, criminals are everywhere. It doesn't matter. Like,
exactly.
in any sort of field where a criminal can break some type of law, they would do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, if I wanted to, if I was a criminal and I wanted to get something done, I'm not gonna be like, let me do that in a legal way. No, because you're already doing something illegal. They're just gonna do everything illegal. So, but that's a whole political thing on its own.
Yeah,
You know.
it's kind of stupid that nowadays, like everything has to be political now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
stupid. It's like,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on
And
now.
you can't even I don't even think I'm talking about you know what I realized on Twitch too is I don't think Twitch allows you to have like live firearms. I think that's a part of TOS. Like
You
you
know,
cannot have firearms on
right?
your stream.
Yeah, because you know what? There was an incident. I forgot the name of the streamer. He was really popular,
Oh,
and
let me guess,
he
he shot a ceiling or something.
no. So what happened? He was drinking, right? And
Oh
I think he had like
no.
12-year-olds like watching the stream and all. I think he was a gamer, and he had this like a deal with the EA, I think, or some like popular gaming company, right? Like he
Yeah.
would do competitions, I think, and all that good stuff. He lost it because he was drinking some. He wasn't drinking a lot. He had like a can of like Kool-Aid or something like that, and
Gotcha.
he was messing around with this with his Glock, right? And he was all saying like, "Oh yeah, like tell me," like it's like all kind of like bragging or whatever, right? And then he pulls the trigger and
And it shoots a
he shoots in his desk
no.
through the wall, and then he's all
What
like,
an idiot.
"Oh," but yeah, he lost his job from that. He
Yeah, I
lost.
mean, I always okay, I
It's
get
crazy.
I
Actually,
mean,
you know
look,
what? Hey, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll pull it up.
when
Why not?
when people I will say this, like, I do as much as I do believe in gun rights and everything, there's a responsibility. Like it's kind of like a car. Like you got to respect the car, you got to respect the speed.
Right.
Same thing with guns. Like you got to respect the gun, you got to respect what it can do. And unfortunately, a lot of people, like it kind of gets to their head, like, oh, like when someone has a new car, like, oh man, they get behind the wheel and they step on it, and then you hear stories all the time. New driver slams into someone or speeding, and they
Yeah.
crash into something. You know what I mean? And you gotta always respect those things, like certain things, like speed, cars, guns, anything
Right.
that like can really put something in danger. Like, and it kind of sucks because that guy, like you said, he might have started the whole TOS where you can't have any weapon, you can't brandish any weapons at all. Even if
Yeah.
there's a responsible person that doesn't have the gun loaded, doesn't have anything, it just wants to show off something or
Right.
educate people on it, they can't because
True.
some dude shot his desk while
Dude,
he was
here.
drunk.
Let me show the stream. What's going on right there? What I was
I'm
talking.
watching the
It happened
stream
a
right now.
while ago. There was even some other YouTubers that were kind of mentioning about it, like a lot of like the gun.
Oh,
Um,
this new world, Kai. It's Bear's dungeon.
it's my dungeon. Yeah,
It's his dungeon, bro. It's
yeah.
his
Here,
brick dungeon with blood floors
yeah. Look at
from
this.
Wolfenstein.
Bitch, say I ain't got money.
Watching. Oh, okay. So this is
Say
it.
I ain't got money.
Yeah, you see this right now? Watch. Yeah, he
Say-
got cool light. Look at this. He shot his G
God
fuel
damn.
too. Look at that.
Oh, what an
What the
idiot!
fuck?
He literally pull. Yo, as soon as you see the bullet, when you cock it back and you see the bullet come out,
I
that's
swear to
when you
God.
know, like, yo, you're not supposed.
Yeah,
Like, I will always say this: if you cock it back and a bullet comes out, that means the gun is 100% live. Like, put the gun down, put the safety
yeah.
on,
I mean, the fact
unload
that he
it.
he didn't even check the magazine if he had a magazine in there. Oh, look at that. Look, hold on. I don't know if you see that right there.
Look
That
right there.
that casing isn't even empty. It still has a round connected to the
That's what I.
casing. So wait, he
That's what I'm
actually had
saying.
one
When he
in the
cocked it
chamber.
back,
He had
he
one in the
already
chamber.
exactly. When he cocked it back, right there, you know, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the bullet comes out. That's like, whoa, like,
Hold on.
this is a live gun. I need to chill.
Yeah, play
What
it
am I
back.
doing?
Look at this. Look. Let me pull it back. Whoop. Look at
Guys,
that.
when you cock a gun back, right? Oh, Jesus. When you cock a gun back, right? And
Yeah.
and a casing, or if you cock a gun back and something comes out, automatically assume that that gun is alive now, because when you cock it back, what's happening is the casing, it's technically saying you fired the gun, the casing came out, and now it's loaded the next bullet. But when you cock it back
Right.
manually, it just dumps the entire bullet and everything out, but it still loads another bullet into the chamber. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever you cock it back and something comes out, that means it's live. Like, put the gun down, don't hit the trigger.
I'll
That
put the
guy
gun
obviously
down.
did not. Yeah, obviously that guy did
Yeah.
not
I mean,
know.
I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time too, like, oh man, like, I can imagine like if you know you're gonna be drinking, or you're gonna do something stupid, maybe lock it away somewhere or
Yeah.
something, or maybe
And I
empty everything out of
Exactly.
it.
And I get it. Some people, there's an argument like, oh, I always keep one in the chamber because someone comes in, I can't like load the
I
gun,
mean,
this and that. I
yeah,
get it, but at the
sure.
same time, like, come on, man. Like,
I mean, if you,
you gotta have the responsibility there. Like, yo,
yeah,
if I'm gonna be drinking, I shouldn't be even touching my gun. So,
yeah. I
ah,
mean, it's right there. If you're gonna be using it for defense, at least have it in an area that it's like where you can get it to it, but that. But also, like you said, be responsible about it. Like,
yeah,
don't just
he
pop it up
wasn't
on
responsible.
stream, and then show
He
like a
wasn't
bunch of
responsible. If he
yeah.
had it, if he had a bullet loaded in the chamber, it means it was ready for defense. It means it's stowed away
Or he was just being
somewhere, and
stupid.
exactly, you automatically, as soon as you have something in the chamber, it's like, I'm not playing with this gun. This gun is literally like, if it's a life and death situation, that's the only time I'm taking it out. This
Yeah.
guy obviously took it out, thought he was cool with brandishing, you're cocking it back,
I know, like,
goes,
you hear me, he's like, "Bitch, tell me you ain't got money." Like, well, he
yeah,
ain't got it now.
yeah.
I
What
mean,
a dumbass.
I mean, it's like I feel bad because, like, dude, like, I mean, it's his fault, of course. He got himself banned. He
Yeah,
lost his
100%.
deals, his sponsorships, and all that
That's
because of it.
100% on him. Yeah, that.
Because, like, yeah, like, come on, now, like, I mean, sure, like, say, like you say, for self defense or for whatever, right? You just have it. Like,
Yeah,
why? I mean, even if you have it loaded, why are you gonna just pull it out and then you don't even
exactly.
clear it out first before you start, like, showing it off? Like, even if you're gonna show it off on stream or whatever, just for the sake of it, like, at least empty the sucker, because you're
Exactly.
also, like I said, like, I think you had like 12-year-olds on there that were watching,
Yeah.
and it's like you're kind of influencing them that, hey,
Yep.
this is normal, or this is okay, when, like, no, it's not okay to
It's not
just
okay.
mess
Not like
around with a
that.
loaded
Yeah,
firearm.
exactly. That's why I always say, like, it'd be cool, like, I'd like it if it wasn't against TOs, because I would love to like show guns and be like, hey, look, this is how to handle it. Look, this is what happens. Like, keep the gun like this, so like it's
Yeah,
back and it's emptied. And it'd be good to educate people, but unfortunately, you got people like that knucklehead, and
yeah.
they just, they're trying to be cool, and this and that,
Hey,
and
hey, maybe he was in California and he had that special trigger, that's why they're
it was so sensitive. He just touched it.
boy, he
But
just
that's
like,
all it
"Doop."
takes. I had worked for a guy, like this is one of this like regional manager, and I remember everyone, that guy was so nice, but there was always something weird about him, and they're like, oh, the reason why he's like a little different, because he went out, he was gonna go shooting or something, and he accidentally somehow like the gun went off and he ended up killing his kid. Like you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like he was
shit.
loading the guns up, getting them ready so they can go to the range together. The kid
Yeah.
was like 12 or 13. He wanted to show him how to use the guns, but unfortunately, I don't know what he did. Maybe like he loaded it,
So, like,
dropped the gun. I
the
don't know what
kid,
happened.
shoot himself or an accident with the
No,
dad?
he like yeah, the dad. Something
Oh, the
happened. Like
dad.
either I don't know if he dropped the gun and it went off or something happened.
Yeah.
But like it was, the gun was in his dad's hands and accidentally went off, and it ended up like striking the kid, and the kid like
Yeah.
died at the hospital or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe
st-
damn. Like, maybe
but
you
like I
should have
said, that's what I'm
done that
saying.
at the
That's
range, you know?
Look, that guy did it on stream,
With
and
yeah. Yeah.
didn't hurt anybody. Thank God. You know
Well,
what
I
I mean?
mean, I think some were saying that it looked like he was in his basement, hopefully.
Exactly. Like, thank God no one
But
else got hurt, and it was just a stupid mistake. It
yeah.
cost him a lot, but it
Yeah.
could have been worse.
I mean, but
Could
then,
have been like
if
he
you
was
think
like
about it,
this
like,
because look, he
that
was
could
holding this
have been
gun.
worse. That could have been
Yeah,
a lot
he was
worse.
holding it. He's putting his hand in front of the gun, like he could have shot his hand off,
Yeah.
or something like yeah.
And
So
then
it could have been
what if
way
it wasn't
worse.
a basement though? Like, what if it was actually his like regular room, and then he
Exactly.
shoots
What
someone
if
next
a
door to
bullet
him?
goes through? Exactly. So,
I mean, and it
so
looked like I
that's
think that was like
why.
a 9mm round in that, right? It looked like, and I mean that
Yeah,
thing could have went
yeah,
in,
that looked like a
bounced
9
up,
mil.
and then went ricocheted somewhere else and hit someone. Could have hit a
Yeah, 9 mil's
neighbor.
no joke. It'll definitely do some damage. But
Yeah, and it's
that's
like
why, like those knuckleheads like that, like I don't feel bad for them.
no,
Like I get it. You want to be cool and stuff, but like if you're gonna do that, you should have the responsibility, like of like, oh, I already know I unloaded this gun because I wanted to use it on stream.
right.
You know,
I
like
mean
not
something like that. It's You can't really excuse someone for being that neglected. Like, that should
exactly,
be, like, on your
exactly,
mind, like, "Hey, okay, let me check,
exactly.
let me clear." I mean, there's a lot of videos out there, even, like, instructors at ranges and all that, like, tell you, "Hey, clear it out," and all that, safety on. I mean,
Exactly. And
the
that
dude
also comes
legit
down to
cocked it, pulled the trigger immediately right after, and
shut
it's
the floor. Yeah.
like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, I
That's
mean,
almost comes down to like
what?
complacency.
Yeah.
Some people like they'll have a gun for a long time, so they're like, "Oh, I know how to
But,
handle it. I
I
know
mean,
this."
didn't he just see the round just fly out?
Yeah, he definitely fucked up. Like I said,
Ah,
that
man.
guy definitely was a knucklehead 100% and
I
messed
mean,
up.
like,
And
but how many cool lights did he have to get that drunk?
facts,
I mean,
facts.
it
I
looked like he
mean,
only had one, but then it probably put that G Fuel in there, and
rest in peace, G Fuel. He got
rest in
just
grip G Fuel.
exploded
I mean, it was
and
probably
took
his
the bullet
sponsor,
for. It's like, oh,
Hey, that's probably one of his sponsors right there, G Fuel. He just shot a can of G Fuel. They got mad at him. Like,
facts.
bro, like that's how you treat our protein here. It's how you treat our fuel. Like, bro,
Yeah,
oh man, it's a shame that it happened, and gladly that's the only one that I've heard about, or at least that's been publicly,
yeah.
known that like an incident like that's ever happened on stream.
I always
But
I think one time I got sucked in. You ever get like sucked into YouTube where you're like you'll start watching like, oh, let me watch like a motorcycle video or a car
yeah,
video or this, and the next thing you know you're like watching a praying mantis fight a tarantula or something. Like yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm in that part of YouTube. I made you know what I
yeah.
mean, I'm in the so sometimes I get sucked in. I remember one time I got sucked into like it was like top 10 Twitch stream fails. And
Mm.
I remember like one of them was some dude that pretended to be on a wheelchair,
Oh,
and
I know who
then
you're talking about. I've seen
and
that
yeah, and
before.
then he
Yeah,
just like just
gets
from
right
being
up.
complacent, he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks guys," and he thinks like he turned his cam off, but he didn't. He gets up, does something, comes right back, and he's like, oh, and he just like goes like that,
It's like,
like.
guys, it's a miracle. I can walk again. Your
That's what
donations
he
helped me.
said. He's like, guys, I fucking cured this Kool-Aid. Whatever's in this Kool-Aid,
Whoa,
it's fucking
whoa.
awesome.
This Kool-Aid, your guys' donations, the OnlyFans, it helped me out. Ah,
Thank you. Oh, yeah, yeah. So
bruh.
that's yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh man, there's a
I
lot of
will say
crazy
this.
things out
I
there.
as much as I look, I love streaming and I think it's cool, but there's a
Yeah.
lot going on behind the scenes and don't ever and I think this is with anybody, right? Don't ever like think too high of someone just because they're a streamer. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, I'm not saying don't respect them either, but someone like I said, there could be you might think that this guy's in a wheelchair, but in reality, this dude's a total scam artist.
Oh
Like
no, right?
using so
But
it's
then
not
you get people
limited to
like
Twitch
that, but then you
streamers.
also get people who make very stupid mistakes, like that one guy. I think what was his. Let me see. I think his His name was Carl Reamer, I believe.
What'd he do?
This is the guy that did the shot
Oh, the
his
shot.
G
Yeah,
fuel.
you got that. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
I mean
people that
stuff like
get
that. I
caught
mean that
hacking
was
and
the stupidest mistake he could ever make. But honestly,
literally, I mean, it
it's
sounds
like
like the guy had good things going for him. He
yeah,
had
I
like,
mean he was doing very well.
sponsors, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean
And it's
hopefully,
kind of sad too, because
yeah,
there's people
mm,
that would die for that kind of stuff. Like I will say this,
yeah,
like
true.
I will say this, not die, but they would like,
Well, yeah, it's like the figure of speech.
you know what I
I
mean?
know what you
Like
mean.
yeah, it's just the same. But they would like love. They have the content, they have the personality. They just haven't had the the moment yet. They didn't have
Mm,
their moment. And I gotta say, like the other day, right? I was like, yo, I'm gonna rate somebody random, with their name Chicken in their name. And there was some guy,
chicken.
I had like 1 or 2 viewers. His name's like Chicken Butt something. And I gotta say, we rated this guy. This guy was the coolest guy ever. I rated him. He had a stream deck. It zoomed in on his face. He's like, "Yo, you're awesome. You had like a great stream, this and that." And he had like 1 or 2 viewers. That's it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
it's like those kind of people. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like those people like love. Even one sponsor would be like, they would love it. They'd be great. They're going all out. They're doing everything they can. Um, and then you have people that like are pretending to be on a wheelchair, getting
yeah,
all kinds of support and money, and then like, you know what I mean? And that's just one that got caught. I mean, I guarantee
right.
there's people out there
There probably is.
pretending to look. There's another thing, and there's like, people. I saw this one. This one was very interesting.
Hmm.
There's a story. There's an Apex player called Raythella, right?
Right, that one.
Supposed to be the first female predator. Predator's like the highest rank you can get. And people were like, yeah, like supposed to be really good, was one of the best players out there. Ended up being some girl pretending that she was playing, but in reality it was her brother playing the whole time. It was her
Bruh,
brother playing the entire time. So everyone's like, yo, something's up. Why doesn't she use a mic? Like, what's going on?
it's a
And
trap.
yeah. And it was the brother playing the entire time. So like,
Like, thanks,
you know what I
bro, for
mean?
getting me
Like,
these wins.
but people are like that. You know what I mean? People are you gotta be careful. People will
Yeah,
they will do little things here and there. They'll try to scam people in certain ways. And like I said, one's a wheelchair. I guess shooting the gun wasn't really a scam. That was more just being a knucklehead.
yeah. No,
Right?
he made it. He made a terrible mistake. He did it at the wrong time. He got drunk. He did something
Yes.
so neglecting that he shouldn't have.
It might
Honestly, I
have
do
been a
feel
life
bad for him
lesson.
though. I hope he manages to kind of pick himself back up and get his job back again, and
Exactly.
learns
Honestly,
from that mistake and doesn't do that again. That's the one
exactly.
thing I hope.
In a way, maybe he needed this because maybe this could have been like a lesson where maybe he could have been in his car, like showing it off, and then boom,
Oh
like shot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Now
I
he's like
mean,
gonna be like, I'm gonna be totally careful with this gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
hopefully, I hope he learned his
You know what?
lesson. You know?
Maybe sometimes when stuff like this happens, maybe it's best that it happened at a certain time where it didn't hurt anyone. Because I'm like how you
Exactly.
mentioned, imagine if he did it off stream, and then you find out like
Exactly.
later on the news, like, oh, what if he shot himself? Maybe the bullet ricochets off the pipe or something,
Mm-hmm.
hits him in the face.
Exactly.
Hey,
Or hit someone else.
Carl Reamer's in the hospital. He can't stream anymore. He lost his eyesight, got blinded by his own
Exactly.
bullet,
Something like
or
that.
something like that, or he died. And it's like, yo, like,
Mm-hmm. All because trying to be cool.
yeah.
All of this because he's just trying to be cool on stream with a gun.
And man, like that's
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I feel
What
bad for
other
him
stuff
in
would
a
I
certain
see?
way.
There was
I
there
hope he
was a
does go
bad
back.
one, where some dude was like plastered, right? And he's like streaming, he's like he's uh just going like in on the stream, just being a total asshole, being super toxic. And I guess that was kind of like his thing though, like his like persona was toxic and people would like watch that. He'd be like toxic against other players. But then like he thought he ended his stream, but in
Mm,
reality his stream was still like open, like no cam, but the sound was on, kind of
yeah.
like a be right back or something, or a stream ending soon or something like that. And he was so trashed, and he was like, he ends up, you could hear him like verbally abusing his like girlfriend and just calling her all these names and just being
Oh
a
man.
total douche. and he just like self-sabotaged himself, you know what I mean, and killed
Yeah.
his own career. I don't feel bad for him at all, but I'm saying like that's another way. That's another one of those like you know what I mean, just being dumb on getting caught, you
Yeah.
know, and
Oh,
the
did you hear
same.
about the streamer? Similar situation like that, where well, I guess not really too similar, but they had their stream open. It was some girl, I forgot her name, but she's the one that everyone knows her as the girl that made fun of people with cancer. I don't know if
Really?
I don't know if you ever heard of her. She was on Dr.
Um,
Phil, I believe, and yeah, she said that I guess she was saying something about people with cancer, or girls with cancer, how they're basically kind of like talking down on them, saying that she's better or something like that than them, and
and
talking about like
sometimes
all
when
this.
shit like that happens, it's like poetic justice.
Yeah,
Because they will be fake in front of the camera and show you a certain person, and then off the camera like this person's making fun of cancer patients and stuff like, and they get caught, you know, and then
oh
you know
no,
what
no.
the
So this
worst
part
part is.
wasn't. She didn't say that part. Like saying, "Oh, like I forgot to turn off my stream." No, she said it straight out on stream. Like
Wow,
legit went on
was she
stream and said
drunk
that.
or
But then
something?
there's a moment where she left it on or something, and I guess her dad or was shouting something, and then he got fired from his job because I guess
Really?
they found that. And I'm like, yo, like dude,
Damn. And now, you know what, those kind of people are usually the worst people, because when they get caught, they're not sorry. They're not sorry because of what they said. They're only sorry because they got caught.
yeah.
You know what I
And
mean? It's
dude,
it's
this,
never like, yo, I
man,
messed up, like I'm sorry for what I've done. It's always like, I can't believe this happened to me. I did
how
so
could
much
this
for you guys. It's like,
happen
what
to
we do, you
me?
know what I mean? How could this happen to me? I love that song. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, it's stupid. I don't know. Some people on streams, you could tell, like, hey, it's no point in wasting my time here.
yeah, yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
there's others where they, like I said, like, they do the stupid shit, and then you feel bad for them, and you hope that they do better, that they learn from the mistakes that they make. And hey, life can be tough though. You know, like
That's true.
it ain't easy for everyone. I know people go through different shit and all that, but there's certain times where you can't really excuse a lot of actions from people just because.
People get canceled now. People get
Yeah,
canceled for the smallest things,
yeah,
and I mean that's you got to be careful with what you say and stuff. And one of the best things now to say in general is like no comment. You know, like just no comment. You know, I have to. You know, there's times where people say something and I'm like, no comment. I just don't want to say anything about that, because it's true. You look, you could say something and not even try to be offensive, and somebody might take it the wrong way,
Oh
you
man, like
know,
imagine, like, hey,
and
like I don't like pickle juice. Oh, I'm offended.
exactly, like how dare you, like my my dad died to create pickle juice, like, you know what I mean, like, oh jeez Christ, like I didn't know, how am I supposed to know, you know?
Right.
So
It's
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 like,
stupid. You know.
it is, but I always look, everyone's different, people get, you can't make everybody happy, right?
No, you
but
can't. You
but
really
when you
can't
know
make
there's
everyone
something,
happy.
when there is something like, yo, this is gonna divide people, like, I just, no comment,
No comment.
because
What is the square root of pi? No
you
comment.
might be right and your comment might be correct, but people might still see it like, wait, what, that's how you
Yeah.
feel about that, I don't like that, like,
There will
how
always
dare
be that one
you.
person that's just gonna go way out and beyond just to disagree with somebody.
Exactly, so I always, um just be like careful. And especially
Yeah.
in today's world, everything is, you're in a, it's, certain things, but like especially streamers or YouTubers, you're under a microscope, so it's like, be careful what you do and what you say and stuff. I mean, some
True.
people, look, I will say this, I've seen it where some people actually um kind of turn it to make money, and look, PR is good sometimes, right? Like if you are a person that could turn negative PR into still getting PR, personal, you know what I mean? You're still getting press. That's good. Like what's her name with the bathwater?
The
Um
bathwater?
yeah, the gamer girl bathwater. What was that girl's name? Um
I can't. I can't think of it right now.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Ah man, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me look it up.
Bella Delphine. Bella Delphine.
Wait, hold on. That sounds familiar. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
okay.
Hold on.
So she literally made headlines. Like she was already popular and did stuff, but she would literally take and talk about controversial things, but kind of like not care.
Oh.
Just she would just speak her mind. And it wasn't ever like, oh, like fuck people with cancer. It wasn't like that. It was more like look, I don't care that I do this. Like I do, they're kind of like I do what I want. So they sold like this gamer girl bathwater, which was like bathwater that
Oh
she like
yeah, I
used,
think I
and
now
they
remember.
sold it and people were buying it and people were like, "How? What?" And I mean like she's not look, it's as much as like people were getting pissed off and like, how's this girl making so much money selling this? But it's all kind of like the point, like, yo, like I can do what I want. I don't care. You know what I
Bathwater.
mean? Like, get mad all you want, but I'm still getting pressed. Like, and the people, that was a whole thing of like her selling bathwater and making money, and then someone drank it and went to the hospital. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like, it's all
man,
press.
that
And
that is weird. Like, why sound bathwater?
yeah, it's kind of like people that like they to be honest, it'll be like it's like they were bullied, but instead of like succumbing to the bully, it's kind of like you're rising above. You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
I've done that. I don't care. What's up? Uh,
right.
Do you care? You care enough to try to bully me into that? No, and they kept doing, and
Oops.
that's the thing. She would keep doing certain videos that were very controversial, so it
Mm.
would be like get people's attention. But
Yeah,
either way, she's still getting publicity. She's still getting press for it. So
man, I kind of feel
like I was
sketchy.
like,
Like,
oh,
what if that bottle had bleach in it?
yeah, it could have, And I
Hey,
mean,
like,
there was like rumors, like people that drank it and were getting sick, but like nobody actually really drank it, and I don't even know if
oh,
they actually made that much money. It was all just press, like just rumors, things starting,
mm,
people taking the story, twisting it,
oops,
and like reality, she's like,
no.
I don't care, I'm still getting press and publicity from this.
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I always, there's people that are able to turn it, twist it, use it for their own positive gain. So shout
right.
out to them.
There we go.
Oh, the camera froze.
Yeah, no, it moved by accident. I don't know why. Actually, hold on.
See?
Let me. There we go. Ah, I can actually the forward now. There we go.
Hey,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Excuse the chairs, guys. These udon chairs are a little thicker than the old VRChat chairs.
udon.
I mean, Turbo said it earlier before it started. They look kind of like toilets, but
Yeah, it looks like I'm in the toilet. It's a
but
very
no. Going
comfortable
back
toilet.
to what we're talking about with the streamers, yeah, I feel like even like the clout chasers and all that, like people make a big deal about a lot of those guys. Like hey,
Yeah,
if they're gonna get big off it, hey, let them get big off it.
it's like a clickbait thing, but people
Right?
still clicked on it. People still want to find out,
Hey,
like, wait, what?
LEA.
Someone's made millions with selling water that they took a bath with. And
Right.
if some, you know what I mean? Like, even if she didn't, even if she made $100,000, she still made $100,000 selling bathwater. Maybe not a million, but still 100,000. And she got the press of people clicking and finding out about her and seeing what
Yeah.
this is all about. And like, you know what I mean? So it was pretty crazy that people were able to kind of turn things around that were like kind of people trying to cancel them for in reality, like, and they were able to turn around and make it like something even more.
Mm.
And because like it's not like like I said, it wasn't. There's a difference between like someone trying to get canceled because they made something about bathwater, about controversial, versus somebody like down talking on cancer patients. Like there's a difference. Someone down talking on cancer patients, they deserve to get canceled. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
somebody
that's the
that
thing.
just
I
came
think
up
they're
with an
still up.
idea.
Like they're not even canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
surprised. Like people.
happens too. Where people like they're shitty people, and there's still like people that like support them for some reason. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah. Weird.
How? Yeah.
Very weird.
So yeah.
People are
And I
going
get it
backwards
because people
nowadays.
people try to apologize. They always try to apologize and this and that. I think the one that like pissed me off the most was some girl. She was like this like YouTuber. She's like, I got a new dog. This and that. Like, yeah, he's my best friend. This and that. And then apparently she uploaded a video on YouTube by mistake. Like she was trying to upload a new video and ended up uploading like the wrong video, and it was only up for like 5 minutes. And it was like it was like the whole video unedited. And she was like, here's my dog, this and that. And then like the dog would like bark and she would like hit it, you know? And like,
Oh, I think I know what you're
yeah, it
talking
was like a
about.
German Shepherd or something. It was a really nice dog. And at one point, the dog like wanted to leave. She like grabbed the dog, like she was just like abusing the dog, like a total
Yeah.
abuse.
I've
and
heard of
she
that, I believe.
yeah,
'Cause
she
I'm not
uploaded her. So she ended up thinking she uploaded like a new video, but she ended up uploading like the GoPro footage or like whatever footage of like unedited. So it showed her beating her
yeah.
dog and stuff. And even then, people were trying to like defend her, like leave her alone. I'm like, nah, this person is definitely like cancel them. They should get off you, like ban them off YouTube. And I think they did get banned off YouTube and stuff. But like, it just blows my mind that something so terrible could be done. People will still be like, leave her alone. This and that. They're very stressed out because of like, who gives a shit? I don't care how stressed you are. You don't do that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, and then, like, you think about it, um,
blind loyalty. It's the worst loyalty. It's the
yeah,
worst
'cause
loyalty.
if you think about it too, like, there's a lot of people out there that say, "Oh, yeah, I love dogs, I hate it when people beat them and all," but then they're okay with this, like a girl beating a puppy or whatever, right?
Exactly. So it's like, yo, you can't be,
Like, you
can't
got people out there that's gonna go all full John Wick on someone that just, like, what, spanks the dog or whatever, or just, like, nudges it,
exactly.
but then you
And it
get
wasn't
this.
even like she was. It wasn't even like she was like, hey, like stop. It was more like she was grabbing it. She was like punching it.
Yeah, like, see,
Like
like,
there was
that
like
stuff like
certain,
that, it's
yeah,
like,
like she was beating the crap out of this dog, and it was
you know,
like pissing me off so
gladly
bad.
YouTube canceled her out, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, stuff like that should definitely be
But just
canceled
like
indefinitely.
I feel like salt to the wound is when someone tries to defend that. Like it's just a dog. Like nah, like bruh, what?
Yeah.
Like like that salt to the wound makes me want to like like
You
just
know, you get a lot
beat
of
the
people
crap
like
out
that
of
on TikTok, you know? You
them.
like, if you like, I know a lot of people say don't read comments, right? But, like, I get curious sometimes just to see see what people say because some
Yeah,
stuff is kind of
comments can get
interesting.
toxic sometimes.
Yeah, and yeah, you get people like that where like, "Oh, it's just an animal or this and that," right?
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, dude, like, it's obvious that this is really abuse right here that's going on, and you shouldn't be putting these particular animals together when you can are you're on your footage that you're showing us on TikTok or even on Instagram too. I noticed that they'll put like two different animals that are from two different areas of life together, and they're predators, and one of them is like obviously trying to take advantage of the other, try to attack it, and it
Yeah,
tries
yeah.
to, and then like it's like, dude, like, why are you gonna put them in
They
like a
just do
zoo
it for
cage
the
environment?
clout. They just
Yeah,
do it for the
it's
clout. That's what it
stupid,
is.
you know?
Cloud chasers, yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
stupid.
that
Then
kind
a
of
lot of
stuff
the
I
stuff
don't like
that
it.
goes on where they say, "Oh, we're rescuing animals." Like, dude, like, did you like how did it end up there? You know?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah,
But
honestly, it's like it's with other type of clout chasing, to whatever. But then when you're involving live things, living animals,
yeah, it's a whole different story.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, like, why are you gonna
If
abuse
I
an
cloud
animal?
chase and if I'm gonna like, put Mentos and soda, that's one thing. But
Yeah,
like when it's like a living thing, it's a whole different story. Yeah,
yeah, like
I completely agree.
there was one video where people were like, "Oh, like this must be." What's it called, like staged or whatever, right? There was like a big sea turtle that was like flopped upside down, on the shore, right? But of course, I
Uh
mean, people are like, it could possibly happen, a sea turtle just being washed up on shore and all that. But I mean, it looked like it was perfectly healthy, like it was
wasn't
moving
like anything bad or anything.
right, and so they flip it over and they put it into the ocean, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some stuff like that, it's like it's a 50-50 on whether it's clout chase or
Yeah.
something else, right? But then it's like, but you do know that there are people out there that actually do that. I mean, even then, there's like a thing that people were mentioning, like on the dark web or something. Even I think they used to have it on YouTube where they would legit get like someone with wearing heels and they'll crush animals. Like there was a
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like,
yeah, there was a big
I
ordeal
heard of
about
that. I
that.
didn't see it, but
Yeah, the
I
big
heard
ordeal.
about that.
And yeah, I'm glad like the people who tried putting it on YouTube got canceled out. I mean, they got banned
Yeah,
and all that.
it's banned. Yeah,
But
I
there's
don't know. People are dumb, man.
yeah,
People are dumb sometimes. Ugh,
it's like
it drives me crazy.
what is the point in some of these like
Yeah,
videos? Like, what is the point? Like,
clout, clout.
clout for sure. I mean, but what else? Like, what would be the point? Like, are there really people that are into that?
Probably, honestly. I mean, I guess I don't know, man. People check the weirdest things out. There's weird people out there, man.
Yeah,
But good thing is, for the most part, I feel like most people are like, "Yo, this is fucked up," and they get canceled in the most part. You know. Um, but I guess there's also the other spectrum. there's that spectrum of obviously something terrible like that, like automatic cancel. But then there's also the other spectrum on the other side where someone might like do something literally not even that bad, and then they get canceled. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Are they getting canceled for what?
You
Like
know the
oh
guy
this
from the guy that made the My Pillow. You know
yes
he got canceled.
yeah because he was like totally supporting Trump or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
like he was supporting Trump. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like really? That's it? Like you're gonna cancel a guy that's trying to sell
At the
pillows?
same time, I will say this: if
I mean,
I'm a business person, don't state your political stance because you're gonna divide yourself.
mm,
You're gonna divide your audience in half, like
I
or
guess
not
like
your
yeah.
audience, your
If you look
customers in
at that
half.
perspective, I guess yeah, it could be
Yeah,
it could be
I get
something
it.
there.
He was very passionate about it,
Yeah,
and that's one thing. But sometimes when you're passionate about something, it means like, look, he might be okay with his decision. He might be like, yo, like I got canceled. I don't care, but you know what? Maybe now there's certain people that also followed his ideology, and they're like, yo, I'm gonna buy this pillow even more now. So it
maybe.
might have worked out for him. I don't know. Like I
Yeah,
always just either way, I always say like, but like, look, he had a political thing. In my opinion, I think was a dumb move.
like
I
business
if
wise,
I'm
you think, or
don't mix business with politics. Nope, do not do it. Even
y-
even this, like you know what I mean. Like even in Twitch streams, like I even say like, yo, no politics, no religion, nothing like that. No LGBT bashing, nothing like that. Because you never know, you know what I mean? Like people feel a certain way. People might be really passionate about something. If you say something, they might be like, yo, what the hell? Like, like I'm really passionate about that.
yeah,
So I just keep everything chill vibes and cool, and I think that's
yeah.
the way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, and for the most part, like so far, like even like with my time streaming, I never had any issues with people coming through the chat being like racist or
Yeah,
like
I've had
hate.
that.
You know,
I had that in the last stream. Something.
really?
Yeah, because like this happens a lot from people. Like I'll beat a team on Apex. They'll see my name. It'll say Turbo Heart TV or something, and they'll come to my stream and just try to badmouth to me and this and that, and just try to be totally toxic. But
Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't care. I'm like, yo, what? Like I
like it's
don't
like
care. You
whatever.
literally came to my stream. Like that's how butthurt you
But
got. Like I don't
and
care.
you
Like
know what? When it comes to like the podcast here and all that, like I generally like I normally don't care too much like what we talk about. Like we're just
yeah.
having discussions, right? Like we're just having cordial conversations about our thoughts and certain things that come up and all that. So we've always
Yeah.
had like
Have you
these.
ever had someone like either? I don't think I've ever seen it where someone came onto the podcast and say like, "Yo, that's messed up. Like, how dare you?" But I ever even
Yeah.
had someone like maybe like after or maybe on YouTube or something like message you like, "Yo, like, I don't like what you said," or how like,
You know,
"Yo,
I
yo,
haven't
like."
had anyone
Like,
say
I've
anything
even had people say like, "Yo, you look like Harry Potter, bro.
like
Like a
with Harry
lame version of
Potter.
Harry Potter." Yeah, like it had nothing to do with anything. I'm like, "Wait, what?"
You know,
Like, has any of you had that? Like, just in general hate. Like, it might
I
not be
haven't.
specific.
There's only one comment. I mean, for the most part, I think like Ari, not like Ari the Storm Goddess, but Ray, like put like
Right,
oh
right.
cool, like poggers or stuff like that. But then there was
Yeah.
one guy on one of my Genshin podcasts. It was just like a solo podcast that I did, just
Uh-huh.
mentioning about the Jean skin, right? The summer skin for remember the character I was telling you about, Jean,
Yep.
the like a blue kind of like summer outfit, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
so there was a whole thing that kind of went down in the Genshin community where they were kind of upset that hey, this skin is like $30 or like
Yeah,
around
I
20,
remember you
30
were
bucks.
telling me
Yeah.
about that, and people were
And
very
so I
divided.
was mentioning about it, and they said basically kind of like their opinion, like saying like oh, I wouldn't like basically like, I wouldn't spend that type of money on it and all that no
Yeah.
matter what. And I'm like okay, because my reason was like it's cool, like I guess some people say like, "Oh, it shouldn't be a reason to buy the skin," I guess, or something like that. People were saying
Yeah, yeah.
in other videos where, because I play as the character, and I got the skin just because of that, and I also want it. Like I'm a collector, dude. Like I, it's like kind of a
Yeah,
habit.
you're passionate about the game. You're like, "Yo, it's 30
Yeah,
bucks. I know it's overpriced, but I still want it. I'm still gonna
yeah,
get it because I use this character."
yeah. And it's like you know what? And honestly, too, like if you think about it, I just realized too on Honkai. I mean, a lot of the skins you can unlock, right? It's like because it's made by the same creator, Mihoyo. Like Honkai has their own skin system that Mihoyo set up where there's one where you legit like they're almost making you spend like $100 to unlock because it's like almost like a step ladder just to get to the skin. Like you have to go through these different unlockables, right, just to get to the skin. And With their other methods, like you can either unlock it with different currencies, in-game currencies, either doing like an event, like it's like once in a while for that, or going through the banners, just like any other gacha game. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's almost. I feel like it's almost to get a certain skin, like especially if they have a banner that's specifically for one skin. It's almost like you do have to spend 100 or 200 just to get
Oh,
it,
jeez.
and it's like think about like $30 skins, just one skin. Comparing to Honkai, the way they had it, it ain't that bad after
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Sure.
like I just realized, like, you know what? I just invested like almost 100 just to get this one skin.
That's
Like,
another thing too. Like
damn.
it's people. There's a whole battle, not a battle, but a whole thing, like a discussion. Like, yo, like you're gonna spend that on skins? Like what? Like how? What? But then I think about it. Like, how much money did I spend on Pokemon cards when I was a kid? Like, and like not for nothing, it's a stupid card. Doesn't do
Right.
anything for me. I kind of just want to sell them now. I really want them to get super popular,
I
like
think
to the
some
point where I can
like
make
older
money.
card
Something,
Pokemon cards are
yeah.
pretty valuable, right? Or like if
But
they're mint.
look, if something's bringing you joy, you're having fun with it. You're playing it a lot.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with spending a little money on it. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Ah.
because we don't physically have it in our hand or you're holding it or own it doesn't mean like it's not worth the money. And that's kind of what happened with like I usually never look. I used to be a bit like no, I'm not buying no battle pass. I'm not buying no skins for games and stuff. But like then I thought like my friend said he's like yo we play Apex a lot. We think of all the time we've put into it. I'm like, yo, you know what? I will buy the battle pass. And that was like the first game I bought the battle pass for because I spent so much time on the game. Like I really did. It was a free game that played hours on hours of, over 1,000
Yeah.
hours. Why not get the battle pass, get the skins? Like, I always like, oh, I wouldn't mind having that. And I think like the last skin for like the last season that just came, season 9, the character that I use now, her name's Valkyrie, and her skin she has like cool skins, but there was like a special limited edition like launch skin that like you had to pay for it. There was no way to get
Mm.
it unless you paid for it. And I was like, yo, you know
Right.
what? I love this character and I bought it. And I'm till this day I don't regret it. I don't. Like you have fun with it. You know what I mean? Why not?
I actually only got one skin off of Apex when I was playing, and it was the Twitch Prime skin for I
Yeah.
forgot her name. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like
Bangalore maybe?
it's
Or Horizon.
maybe it's she has like curly hair on the skin. It makes her hair black, and then it's like almost like a skeleton looking.
I think it's Bangalore.
Maybe
Yeah, I
yeah.
think yeah. But yeah, like either way, like I mean, like it's still if any game you play, and if even if it's just the skin, just have fun with it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, yeah, you want to get it, get it. Who cares?
yeah.
And
I always
I'm not
enjoy it.
spending no $200. I'll tell you that though. I'm not spending $200. But I'll
Hey.
spend like $50 on a game that's free. You know what I mean? If the game was free and I played all the time, I'll spend $50. Like, I
Yeah,
would. Hey, Battlefield 2042. It's probably gonna be $50. I'm gonna spend fifty
probably
bucks
like
on it.
50,
You know
like
what I mean?
almost like $60 probably like their
Yeah,
other
It's
games.
probably gonna be a $50-$60 game. That's how much games usually are. So if a
Yeah.
game is free and the free game is giving me this much content and fun, why not spend on a skin? That's why, like, I gotta say, like, as much crap as Fortnite gets, look, if I was a big Fortnite was my main game, I'd be freaking happy as hell. You have such a selection to choose from. Like, and there's always crazy events. Like, they did a good job. Like, not for nothing. The game might have gone dry and sour and hacked or whatever. But like
Mm.
content wise, there's like so much cool stuff. Every season, something cool. There's like the robot battle. They
Oh
had like
yeah.
a concert. Then they had the
Oh,
the
it's the Ariana
X-Men and
Grande one, right?
Marvel. Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
had a whole thing and they had like the Marvel event twice. They had a Marvel event
Yeah, I
twice, the
remember.
Thanos event and the Marvel
Star
event.
Wars too.
Star Wars, like
Oh
the
man, Star Wars. That's
Mandalorian.
the
You
only
can get
reason
all these
that got me
skins. You know what I
back
mean?
was the
Like
Star
that's
Wars event.
awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, like I've seen it where like when you get a Star Wars character or something, like he'll have a lightsaber. It's not even like, oh yeah, no, it's just it's not
Oh
just a
man, the
skin with
lightsabers
the
were fun on Fortnite.
yeah. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it to him as much. The only thing I don't like about Fortnite was the building aspect. I really did not like the building
Hey, cranky
aspect.
90s, like,
Yeah, I was just like
you know,
in the
I
beginning when
low-key,
people
like,
weren't
for,
crazy
like,
with it, it was cool.
when it was on mobile, I was playing on my iPhone before they got rid of it off of iTunes, or I think they got it back now, but,
Yeah,
I actually got to the point where I got, accustomed to, like, building on the phone, and I was actually, just going, like, tap, 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 right? And
yeah.
I was able to crank 90s pretty well, but, like,
Oh,
now, like,
nice.
I probably couldn't do that. I mean, on PC, it was actually, like, stupid fast, like, you just, like, hold click.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
that's the thing. Like I
yeah,
felt like the building aspect just got like that's what like pushed me away from the game. Was it was just
it was just the building aspect of it.
yeah, because I'm like shooting and I'm like it's like whoa, I should be able to shoot this guy, and then he just like builds this crazy tower, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, once they
okay,
if you can't build and they're building a tower over you, it's done. Or either or
yeah,
that, or you just completely, blow the bottom out and then just let
exactly.
them fall down. But
I
then
think
now,
if
like,
it
with
was
the,
like more restrictive building, like where you could only build like a two-story house, that was it. I think I would have
oh,
loved the game, to be
yeah.
honest.
Well,
I
you know
think
what?
I would have played it like crazy.
I honestly didn't mind the whole tall building, especially if you were playing, like, the regular battle royale mode, because if
Hmm.
you were to knock them down, like, they would just fall straight to their death.
Oh, that's true too. That's true
Especially,
too,
like,
because the
especially if
fall
they try to
damage.
build the sky bridges, and you spotted that.
Yeah. That was the only reason I didn't really get into was the building aspect.
Really?
Everything else I think was cool. Like literally, whoever their content manager is like, bro, if you can
Epic
bring in
Games.
Mandalorian, X-Men,
Oh,
Master
yeah,
Chief, like
that's
like
crazy
any
stuff
game is
there.
possible to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think GTA is on Epic Games Launcher now. I think they're kinda affiliated with them in a bit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I think Epic Games was trying to get involved with a lot of different types of games other than Fortnite and
Yeah,
putting it
yeah,
in their launcher,
true.
but
Yeah, Epic Games gets whoever they'll have. I mean, like, what? How's that game on Epic Games?
yeah.
They'll just
Right?
whoever they can get on there sometimes, and they're usually sometimes they have some really good games for free, and it's like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
They
You
had
know
GTA for free for a little bit. I missed my
really?
chance, but yeah, for
Man.
a second they had GTA for free. That was huge.
You know, I stopped playing GTA 5 now, because, after this update that they had recently, for some reason, it told me that I had to enter in the activation code when I already did it, and so I got the activation code back from my Steam account, right? And
Yeah.
when I put it in there, it said, "Oh, it's already activated." I was like, "Then why do I need to activate?"
Did
Yeah,
someone take your account? Maybe.
no. Oh, sorry. No, I was looking it up. Apparently, I think it's some glitch going on in there.
Oh shit.
And it's like, dude, like, do I have to wait for a while for this, or how long is it gonna take? So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I give up. I stopped playing it, and
Screw
so I
this game.
started, bumping on, Battlefield Hardline, then Battlefield 5, and
Yeah.
then, my brother got me into playing, Warzone and Modern Warfare and all that. And
It's
so
awesome.
I just been doing that recently, and then I kind of been slowing down on the avatar and world making. I mean, this actually I came up with this within 15 minutes. I
The
actually
dungeon.
yeah, the the dungeon. I just quickly threw up a video for, how to work up with the 3.0 SDK, because I never really worked with SDK 3 when it came to, like, making worlds. I only used SDK 2.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, the new chairs and all that, it's kind of a drip. I like the way it looks, more curvy, really nice looking, but then, I mean, when you look at this right here, legs clipping, it's not as nice as you kind of putting your own chair and then, just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
hiding the big, thick udon chair. I mean, I think what I'm gonna have to do is, resize the
Sliders.
chair, but keep the entry
Oh
size.
yeah, yeah. If you make it a little, make it a lot smaller.
Yeah, a lot smaller. It's just a physical part of it, not like the entire,
Yeah, not
asset.
the physical part.
Then we
Yeah,
should be good to go. I just
nice.
didn't think that it would it would be this big.
I hear that.
Also, I
But
just, figured out what the new, because for some reason when I transferred my stuff to the Unity version 2019, the everything kinda slightly changed with the SDK 3. Like, I just got, the hang of, like, making custom gestures and all that, right?
gotcha.
And and so I finally got that figured out, the whole I got my whole thumb, about to snap my fingers, right? So I figured it out. New version of Unity comes out. Boom, kinda screws up a little bit of everything, but I figured it out. I had to
Gotcha.
update, Visual Studio in there and all that. I was like, "Dude, pain in the ass." Then I had to go through these 2 toggle settings, to get to stop it from crashing when I hit upload. And then I was like, okay, now I can finally work my shit out.
Yeah,
Oh
a
man,
little by
but
little.
now it's like butter smooth. It's fast as fuck. I mean, I'm able to
So
like
you're happy
before.
with the 2019?
Uh, uh, I think so. With this one, I think it's version 2019.4.29 F1. I think it's called.
Okay.
Because the one I was
Whichever
using
one
for
the VR chat uses.
yes, yeah. So this is the one that VRChat uses now.
Gotcha.
So the one because I was using 2019 before in the past before they did this, but it was for Chill Out VR. But the one that
Gotcha.
Chill Out VR uses is 2019, I think dash not dash but .4.13 one. So it's a little bit older than the one that they're using
Yeah.
VRChat. So because once I jumped onto that, I was like, okay, I have it. I'm all set.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we got another one.
Dang. Now, is
and
chill out. Talking about chill out VR. Is that still a thing?
it,
Is that dead?
apparently they had an update. I updated it, but I haven't used it. I mean, I haven't been on
Okay.
there in a minute. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, because it was supposed to release officially this past February, but it never came out. So it's still, I think right now it's still considered early access. The last time I
Access.
checked.
Gotcha. I feel
Um,
like in order to be some kind of big thing now, you have to be on the Quest side. Like you have to
yeah,
accommodate the Quest users. Like there's such a big market now. Like you're not like the VR market in general. So when people say um this is going off Steam statistics, the 1%, you know what I mean? That technically when you're considered the 1% in the PC gaming world, it's a VR user.
mm,
You're the 1%, you're the highest up there. Like there's only 1% of gamers are VR gamers, you know? But out of that 1%, there's so many on Quest because it's so
mm,
much more accessible.
yeah,
Um and I think that's where VR chat just has the upper hand. You could
and also too with the full body tracking capabilities
yeah, that is awesome too. And
because
it's cool too. I mean,
yeah,
think about it. From what I heard, I want to try out Slime VR because someone told me that Slime VR is really easy for full body tracking and just kind of uses cameras. So I
huh,
want to try it out and make like a little like tutorial on it because I did it with another one, but it just wasn't that good. It was just pretty bad. It was really hard to set up. So I'm gonna try this one. Like I said, I think it's called Slime VR, and from what I heard, it's actually like it's pretty good.
oh,
They're
okay.
keeping up with the project because I'm already I joined their Discord when they first made it like 6 months ago, and I think they're still
So
keeping
wait,
it.
what is Slime VR for like those who
It
don't know?
it just oh so Slime VR is a full body construct that you can use like for full body, but it doesn't use trackers. I think it uses like bands that you can print out and it uses your camera. So I have to check it out. From what I heard, they have little little boxes and bands that you can check out. So essentially you have to use like a webcam, right? As your webcam is your full body tracking, as opposed to using like a Xbox 360 or the trackers that I use the trackers, but those are $100 each and you need three.
Yeah,
This just uses these bands that you could either buy for like $5 or you can, I think from what I heard, you could also make them or you can make them yourself. But it's just like a magnetic band that they uses like your webcam or something like that. So I have to check it out. I don't even think it's magnetic. I think it might just be a printed band. So I'll check it out and I'll let you know in the next
so wait, you said it's
podcast.
called Slime VR? You
Slime
said?
VR, yeah. Let me
Actually, yeah.
look it
Let,
up right now
let me
too.
let me pull it up here on the stream. See if I can find it. Slime
And
VR.
they have yeah, cheap full body tracking.
You know what?
Slime full body crowd
I
supply.
think I've heard about this because I was looking up like cheap. Yeah, this is this is the one that
There you
I've
go.
seen.
IMU sensors.
Yeah,
And
here.
how much are the sensors? Let's see.
Hold on. Let me
You
pop
can
it
use
up.
up to 5 trackers in the open source. So Dazzler, let's see, trackers.
Here we go. So with these VR, so yeah, like so they have their own strap bands. It looks like Velcro, and they
Yeah.
have like a device hooked on to them. Looks like, yeah, looks like 5 of them right here. So, yeah, because I think I remember 'cause I was looking it up trying to find some, like, budget, like, full body tracking, and I believe this was on the list. Like, they're, like, testing it out still, I believe, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, here's the thing though. All right, so this one is, let's see. Okay, so you can get this. It says ready to work with their $42 for the trackers.
For all of
So
them, or is
this
it, like, 42
for
each?
each one. Three
Okay.
Dazzler core modules, an adapter board for easier prototyping. So you can pretty much make your own and you can get all three for $100. Where
Huh.
with a Vive, like the one I use, one tracker's $100. So
Yeah.
you're literally, you know what I mean? And then you still have to buy the straps and then if you want to extend the battery, you got to buy extra battery. Now there is the new Vive like 3.0 trackers that there are a little better. And then there's also the Tundra trackers that from what I heard, if you were an early access person to the Tundra trackers, you pretty much got them for like $70. But now they're just like $99, like the same price as a Vive. So, from what I heard, the Vive 3.0 trackers are still like the best, but they're the most expensive, $100, something like that, or 120 for those. And then the Tundra tracker is like on point with the Vive 2.0. I think the only
Mm.
difference is the Tundra tracker has a better battery life.
So, with those, Slime VR trackers, they're like 40 something each. Are they, I didn't check if they're available now, or are they still kind of in the testing phase, right?
It looks like no, it looks like everything's available. You just
Huh.
have to buy it though. And I think
Right.
the only way to buy is you have to be like what's it called? You have to be a, let me see. Um, Here, let me check this out. I think you have to buy like you have to be in the crowdfunding thing. You have to do it through
It's
crowdfunding.
like one of those, like Kickstarter type of deals?
Exactly. So how
See.
does it work? It says it's a set of trackers and software that provides simple, effective tracking on a user's body, focus on accessibility and comfort, VR chat, Neos, Blade and Sorcery. So it looks everything's good. It uses Wi-Fi. It looks like to talk. 15 hours. That's not bad. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty good for, like,
but
15
here's
hours.
the thing. Interested in this project, you'll be notified when this campaign launches. Oh, it looks like they stopped the campaign. So now
Mm.
they must have had. Oh, okay. So it looks like they had it where you could like buy the trackers themselves, but then they have this thing where you can kind of like make your own chip. So that
Hmm.
kind of sucks. I'll have to
Oh,
take a look.
so
I'll look
hmm.
into it more.
Yeah,
But it looks like they had the trackers,
I hate it when they come up with these Kickstarters and, like, I don't hear about it until, like, last minute and it's, like, already over. It's like, "No."
right? It's like, oh, want to help? Like, too late. Like, god damn it.
Right?
Like
It's like, "Help us now." "Oh, whoops, we're done."
we're done. Like,
"We're outta
so
here,
let's see,
folks."
launch high performance dev tools, cutting edge hardware. Um, Lime SDR. I'm
And,
looking on their
if
website if I
everyone
don't see
got, like,
anything.
was able to get full body tracking, we can kinda mimic the statue layout right here.
Well, actually, Bear, what full body tracking do you use?
I was using the 360 Connect, but I actually
And
stopped
how did you
using
like
it.
that?
I stopped using it. I mean, cause for the most part, whenever I would use it, like, we'll be kind of, like, in kind of doing games or we're moving around a lot, and sometimes what would happen is, like, if I stopped moving my legs for a certain amount of time, it would freeze, and
Okay.
I would have to, like, tap back in to the to the driver application, right? Which I always had it open, and then I would go up there, kinda click on it to get it active, and then click back into VR chat, and then they would work again. So after a while, I kinda got used to it, but then it gets irritating, to deal with after a while. So I'm like, "You know what? If I'm not gonna be moving my legs around a lot, I'm just standing here, I'm just gonna, not use it." And pretty much what happened. I mean,
Gotcha.
like, I noticed near the ending of when I was using it, it just stopped working altogether. Like, it wouldn't, synchronize on the tracking and all that. So I was like, "You know what?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm literally
Yeah, I hear
done with
that.
this."
Honestly, I know for a fact that they can come out with cheaper trackers. Like I don't in my opinion, if I had the ability to do it, right? I would come up with my own tracker that doesn't come with a battery and just worry about the tracking because I'll tell you like my secret, and it's not really my secret. I tell people to do this. And actually the people that went to the Shrinkation vacation saw my setup. I made my own battery extender, right? So a a Steam VR or not Steam VR, I'm sorry, of a Vive tracker, right? It only lasts like 2.5 hours, 3 hours with the little
Huh.
internal. The internal battery's tiny. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So what I did was I have my tracker and then I attached a mobile cell phone battery. You know the extra life batteries that you get for your phone? If your
Oh
phone's
yeah.
about to die, you plug it in as a little USB ports on it and stuff. So I bought three of those that were on clearance on Amazon. They were on clearance for like $3, and they were like 10,000 mAh. And I bought three of them, so I spent $9, right?
Nice.
And I just zip tied them to my straps, and then used the USB to connect to my tracker. And it went from 3 hours to 20 hours.
Huh.
I'm good. Yeah. So like
Nice.
if the battery life is such a problem, make trackers without batteries and then make it so the user can use whatever I was coming up with concepts in my head. One of my concepts was have the tracker on here, run a USB cord up my leg, and then put the extra battery in my pockets. So it's not
Huh.
attached to my actual track, so it still stays lightweight. But like I said, I just zip tied it, and every time you see me with tracking and stuff, it's literally a zip tied battery to the back of my tracker. Like it works,
Huh.
it does the job. So
It's actually pretty
if
smart there. You should probably come up
yeah,
with your own
so
product.
I would love to. If I had a team and we can come up with trackers that don't use batteries and be like, look, we don't provide the battery, but we recommend this battery, like off
Mm.
Amazon for $10. Zip
You know,
tie it, boom, and you're
especially
done.
since you do the 3D printing as well, like I think you could come up with like a little kind of case for it as well, and like kind of like a
Yeah.
strapping systems to where you don't have to like plastic tie it.
Oh,
You know,
you're right. Yeah, make
like say
something
you put
like
your
that.
the battery pack inside like a 3D printed little box, and then you kind of like create these little slots where you can put like just like another like Vive tracker strap through it and just wrap it around. You know?
Wrap around so the battery's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, we might be onto something.
Hey.
Maybe I'll spend like, you know what I mean? Put like a few grand into like making the first prototype or something.
Right.
But I mean, either way, I don't. They like every time they market a tracker, it's always like, now the battery life is this. Like, yo, the battery life is not the main part. That should not make a
Mm.
tracker. Oh yeah, we could make it for 40, but because of the battery, now it's 100. Like, no, or
I mean, and that's
120.
the stupid part. Like, it's like 100, but then the battery doesn't even last that long.
It's still not that good. It's not like, yeah, we went from 3 hours to now you have 30 hours. No, it's like we went from 3 hours to 10 hours. Like, all right, I mean, like that's good, but it's still not like
Yeah, it's
it
like
doesn't justify the price, you know?
it doesn't. Like, I think it would be worth the 100 if it can last like a good like 48 hours. Let's say.
Something like that. Or even 20 hours.
Yeah,
20 hours.
20
Make
hours.
it look, if I or even look, 15 hours would be like ideal. I think if you're on for the most part, if you're on all day, you're on for like 10 hours, 12 hours,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, if you
Um
think about it, like with the Quest 2, I mean, without the cord plugged in, like they say
mhm,
it lasts about 6 hours. Plugged in, like on the PC part, at least, like you have it linked up,
yeah.
it'll last. At least I noticed from doing like my own experiments, I noticed it probably lasts about 8-10 hours.
8 10 hours, yeah, which is good. I
Yeah.
think that's good. Like if you get 10 hours or more, it's good,
But you
you
know,
know? So
but then when you consider it, when it's plugged in through wire, why does it die? You know, like that's my question though. Like, why isn't it
so it uses more battery than it does charge, if that makes sense, right? Is
right?
that what's
And so,
happening?
but yes, and so basically, well, it slowly dies. But then the weird part about it, because you know, like if you say if even if you plugged in a laptop and you took out the battery, it'll still turn on if you have it plugged in. You know?
That's because the power supply is still powering enough to use to sending enough voltage in order to keep the laptop powered on more than the power that it's using.
The
Where
battery, yeah.
with
So then why don't they have it like that for the Quest
because
2?
the
You know?
Quest is using only the USB protocol. There's no, you know what I mean? It's not like you're plugging in into the wall and then there's
Mm,
a power
yeah,
like, a
yeah, you're
power
right.
supply. It's
Yeah.
literally they're very limited. USB can only do so much. voltage, and not only that, but I think they're also the USB. They're reserving certain lanes for data, so you can't just use it
Mm,
only for power.
yeah.
Um, and that's probably why it gets really hot too. I heard it gets pretty hot.
Oh, you know
So
what? Actually, hold on. Let me see right now. I mean, right now it's a little
not
warm
that bad.
on the top area. It's not too
Yeah.
bad. I mean, but you know, I will say, yeah, there was a couple of times where it does get pretty warm up there.
Yeah. The USB is the yeah, if they made the Quest 3 where the USB was solely for data, so like you would get like ultra fast speeds coming from your PC, and then they had a separate plug that could go into the wall, an AC plug, you know what I
Oh,
mean? That would go to the
yeah.
wall or a battery outlet or a separate USB for power only. Then like oh shit. Imagine that like all right, this USB plug is for power only. You could put it like a, like my idea with my things, put a strap or zip tie a a power bank to the back of your headset so it powers the Quest, and then another one for data. Like that one's only for data and that one can go to your PC.
Yeah.
If they did that, dude, the Quest 2 would be insane.
Yeah, and then if yeah, because that's funny thing is like I was kind of thinking of that in my mind, like, what if there's like two plugins, right? But yeah, like
Yeah.
that would make sense because if
Yep.
you have one for data, like, yeah, you're saying like with the new update that they came out with for Quest, I think they're bumping up to like I think 125 hertz
And
instead of
not
like
for
the 90.
nothing,
And so
Quest's PowerPoint, their power thing is the wireless connectivity. So if I mean look, if it was my marketing thing, I would have the USB solely for charging, and
yeah,
then just worry about making the Wi-Fi, the what's it called, the Wi-Fi card that's in it, make it a stronger one so it puts out even
yeah,
more data, you know. But
right,
then again, I feel like even if they do that, a lot of people, they like, oh, it's so laggy, but in reality, it's not the Quest's fault. It's their internet. It's just so slow.
yeah,
Their Wi-Fi is just
true.
too low. Too many people on
Also,
it.
I just to let you know, I finally connected Ethernet to my PC. Finally did that.
Ooh, well, good. It's a lot faster, huh?
Oh yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
And it has at least I have a more assurance that I'm not gonna have too many dropouts. I mean, there's been times where it's a little had a twitch here and there on stream,
Yeah.
but for the most part, smooth all the way through,
Really
and I
nice.
love it. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good, man. Yeah, I always recommend plug it in.
Yeah,
Ethernet Cat 6 will always be way faster than Wi-Fi. And not even technically, right? Because there's always the argument that Wi-Fi has less restrictions. You're not restricted to the wire. But the thing is, with Wi-Fi, you have so much interference now. There's so much
yeah,
interference. There's your phones, your smart TVs, your friends' phones, your neighbors' phones, your family's phones,
yeah.
their TVs, their
Right.
PS4s, what they Switch, all this stuff. There's so much interference, that it's just better to get get wired in. Cat 6 is so
Yeah,
fast.
and then especially say if you're on the Wi-Fi and someone that's connected to your Wi-Fi is downloading something heavy, it's
Yeah,
gonna
and it just
really
eats it,
downplay your connection.
eats it. Yeah,
And so, like
really does.
with the Ethernet, the thing is, like I noticed too, because we had a problem with the internet, and because the router was acting up, and so we had to get a new router. But having the Ethernet connected straight to the modem makes a big difference versus having it connected to the router. That's what I noticed.
Yeah,
Even
if
though
you
it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, you're pretty much still getting a good fast connection compared to Wi-Fi. But I feel like when you go straight to the modem with the Ethernet,
there's no yeah.
yeah, it's like
You
it's a
you got to
significant
remember
difference.
the router, right? Is doing two jobs. Um, the router is directing where the traffic goes, right? So it's like a person going like, yo, you go here, you go here, you go here. Like, oh, this person goes there. But a wireless router now is doing, okay, you go here. Also, we gotta maintain the Wi-Fi connection. With send it up here. It's like adding all these lanes, but you're not adding more people to help with the lanes. So to
Right.
be honest, the best way, right? If you have a non-wireless router, if you have a switch, so if you have a your modem going to a switch and then the switch goes out and does wires only, you'll see like no difference if you were just connected to the modem because
Mm,
they're so fast, they don't have to worry about the Wi-Fi. As soon as you add Wi-Fi to it, um the router is doing two jobs, and the router is just a small computer. You know that, right? It's literally it's got like 256 RAM. It's like
No.
really crappy. It's a really routers are really crappy computers that are directing traffic, but because the Wi-Fi, it's almost like they're running two really intensive programs, and it sucks. That's why if you're ever looking to routers and you want like a real router that can really like kind of separate and do things, there's a thing called PF Sense. You can make your own router from an old PC, or you can buy one. They sell them also, but they have a whole project of how you can make your own. You can convert an old PC, like literally an old PC, like a Windows, you know, Windows 98 PC or something like that, into a very powerful router. Because if you buy a router from Walmart that's $100, and you look at the specs, it'll be like RAM, like literally like 24 megabytes of RAM, like something terrible,
Yeah.
like so
That's
bad. And
I mean,
it's
just
like,
just
what?
the thought of hearing RAM sticks or anything with RAM being lower than anything gigabytes. It's
Anything
like,
gigabyte,
yeah.
exactly. And it's so bad. And a
Oh
lot of
man,
people, we
sounds
get
terrible.
lost in this. We get lost in 2.4, 5.5 point, whatever, 5.6 or whatever it is, 5.8
Yeah.
gigahertz, and the range. Yes, the range and everything. But if the router, which is literally just a small computer, can only direct so much traffic, the range doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because the router's like, yo, there's so many people here. The traffic is insane. It's one dude doing everything. So
Yeah.
that's why, like, we have the Nighthawk. If you ever look at a router, you got to look at the specs. You got to look at how much RAM it has, what the processor speed is. It's a small computer. That's what a router is. It's literally a small computer. It's just really crappy, and then they upmarket. It probably cost them $5 to make, and then they just sell it for like $100.
You're right. I mean, same
Um,
thing like with shoes too. Like that, like they probably cost like little to nothing when they
oh,
put them out
shoes, yeah,
here in the U.S. for like a
exactly,
grand. It's like it's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, shoes
Like there's
don't
I
cost any
forgot who
money.
was I was talking to someone a while back. They were talking about these certain shoes that they're getting pretty popular. I'm trying to think of what the name of it. I forgot.
Crocs. No, I'm just
Not
kidding.
not Crocs. It was. I mean, jeez, Crocs.
Champion shoes,
Not
maybe.
Champions. It's like I forgot the guy's name. I'm trying
New
to think.
Balance, Nautica.
No, not them.
I just bought some Nautica shoes. They're like lime green. They're actually really nice, like Florenza green. And they got them for $30 from Marshalls. Pretty awesome. Nice and comfortable.
Let me see here. Is not because they're not like Nikes or anything like that. They're
Jordans.
not Jordan. They're getting
Yeezys.
bigger than Jordans actually.
Yeezys.
No, not Yeezys, man. Trying to think.
The
Let me see.
Kanye West 3000s.
I don't. No, it's not made by Kanye West. It's supposed to be by someone else. I did imagine though Kanye West is like buying out all the shoe industries.
That'd be pretty intense.
Let's see
Um,
here. Uh, what's the guy's name? Trying to think. Okay, here
is
I'm
he like
looking
a
down a list.
rapper?
Jeez, what's let's
Is
see.
he like a influencer, like NBA
Man,
player?
my brain. I'm telling you, my brain is like like a goldfish right now. I can't think of the name. It's like and it's killing me right now. I'm trying to think of its name. Uh, damn advertisement, get out of here.
I'm trying to think too. Iverson's Dwayne Wade.
Man, what is that guy's name?
Oh,
Man,
no, he passed away.
yeah.
Um, dang, what? The dude from Space Jam, the new one?
No, not LeBron James.
No,
No,
LeBron James. Yeah,
no. Damn, it's gonna kill me. I can't think of the shoes. Let me see here.
I don't know, man.
Sneakers?
Back to the Future threes.
No,
Yo, I
Back to
want
the
the Back
Future
to the
3.
Future shoes so bad.
Travis Scott. Oh, are they? Oh, they are.
Travis Scott. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it is. Okay, it is with Air Jordans. All right, Travis Scott. Yeah, let me see. Travis Scott. That's the name. That's okay. Travis Scott. Oh, let me look it up so I can show you guys.
Travis
Yeah.
Scott Air Jordans.
So there's one where it's like a crossover with Air Jordans. But yeah, I
Okay.
guess yeah, they are they are with Air Jordans. Travis Scott. Oh, they did one with Nike too. But yeah, apparently like the Travis Scott line of shoes and all that are getting pretty big. I think they're like, dude,
Really?
yo, the one. Yeah, I'm looking right now. The one here. Actually, hold on right now. Let me see here. Let me pop up the Chrome page to show you the stream. Yeah, like one of them's like $2,000 right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, if you look on the stream right now, yeah, you look right here. You get one that's like around 600 with Nike, another one with Nike 900, one with Jordan like like 2011 here.
There's Rick and Morty shoes.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Damn, looking fly right there. Only 89. Damn, they ain't getting
The
love,
shoes are nice though. I will say that the
dude.
shoes are
The
nice.
Travis
I'll give it to
Scott.
'em.
I mean, I think it's the ones with the Jordans they're going to be the higher end ones. But yeah, like dude, like guy was
I like the
telling me
second
that.
ones. Second ones are nice, and third ones too. The $2,000 ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
I won't be spending no $2,000 on shoes. I mean, I just spent $30, and I was like, yeah, that's a good price. but those shoes are nice. I'll give it to you.
you know,
I've
it's.
never,
I kind
I've
of
never
like
been a
at
big
shoes like
shoe
that
guy, to be
where they're like
honest.
over like in the grand area, and it's like, dude, like, am I really gonna be wanting to walk around with those shoes? You know, get them all
Yeah,
dirtied up, right? And then
exactly.
it's almost like with the Macallan Scotch, like the moment you pass like the 12-year, the prices just go up. And I was looking it
Really?
up. I think the most expensive one right now is like around $6,000, I believe,
Oh,
just
jeez.
for a bottle of Scotch. I don't even know how like the aging year of it, but like I got a bottle of 12-year. I think it was like almost $70. And
Jeez.
it's like, yeah, like after that, it's like, dude, like it's not even worth paying that much. I mean, if I'm gonna pay the down payment
But
of
does
a
it
new
taste that much
car,
better?
right? Like you better cure cancer, better cure me of every disease. It better
But does it
it better
taste that
make
much
me
better? Does it actually taste
completely
that much better?
invincible and immune to COVID if I'm gonna be buying this stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, sounds
Hey,
intense, man.
man, if you're buying Air Jordans, you're gonna buy them for like $2,000. They better make you run faster than
It's just,
Roadrunner out there, you know?
yeah, it's just those people, sneakerheads. There's people that collect sneakers,
Yeah. You know,
I've never
it's
been one
probably
of
just a
those
brand
people,
name
so
thing, you know, with the
yeah,
whole
that too.
it's like Jeep, you know, like their
Yep,
quality's
yep.
gone so down. Like normally not a lot of people buy it
Just
stock
expect
and
electrical
then drive it
problems.
every day. I mean, there's like a weekend vehicle,
Yeah, exactly.
and then they sell it for like almost brand new price because they rarely drove it. I think the people who legit keep their Jeeps and actually drive them every day are the ones who actually take care of it, actually put some quality stuff in there, and I
Yeah.
mean, some people even swap out the engines because the
Yep.
stock engine is so crap. I mean, now that Fiat, since Fiat bought them out, like they're
It's just been
Italian engines.
terrible.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
now they're
like
better, yeah.
no. Well, from what I hear, the Italian engines that are put in there from Fiat are terrible.
Oh, really? That
Yeah, they're
sucks.
not like the everyday driver reliable engines.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. It's like Jeeps are like known like as like an American car, right? It's like
Yeah,
top
to
dog, like came out
nowadays,
of
like,
World War
who can
One
buy
and World
what?
War Two, right? And now it's just this crappy, you know, like Gucci car, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's
Yep,
it's
such
like
a
the
family
Mercedes
car.
G wagon, you know. It's like, dude,
Oh,
talking
jeez.
about G wagons, damn things are hell
That car
expensive. Like they're
sucks.
like the price of a house.
I think
Eh,
that's the worst car supposedly, right?
I
That's the
mean,
worst car ever
from what I
made.
hear, they're damn well good on off roading, but then it's like because they're pretty much like some
So
of them they're like
malpractical.
over 300 grand, 500 grand.
Yeah.
Like they're putting a V12 engine in there or like a special like twin turbo or supercharged engine, right? And it's like you're pretty much paying for the engine. You're not really paying so much for
Yeah,
the
you're not paying for
vehicle.
anything else,
I
yeah.
mean, it's still the same old ass design, which is nice. It's got that retro look from their original '80s military version,
That's just
right?
for people that, like, have money, like, I just want something different."
I mean, it's the name
Like,
Mercedes
yeah,
Benz.
Mercedes,
It's the
yeah.
luxury name, but I mean the fact that they didn't change too much on the design from what the original looked like,
But still
and
charge the same price.
like all they did was just throw in a highly expensive engine in there. That's
Mm,
what you're paying for, but then it's like
pretty
who's
much.
gonna be driving around with a V12, you know, or like really, dude? Like I mean, like so yeah, probably someone that's got the money
Honestly,
for it.
it's just to say that they have it, 'cause, in today's
Yeah,
world, feet like, engine size isn't the thing anymore. It used to
yeah,
be
size
more
doesn't
like,
matter.
back in the day. Now, because of computers, it's more of like, "Alright, how efficient can you make a lightweight engine?" 'Cause V12 weighs so much,
It does.
and
And
now it comes down
actually
to
hold
power
on.
to
Let me
weight
look it up.
ratio.
Let me check that gas mileage on that one. I mean, for a V12, I'm not going to expect a whole lot, but
Yeah.
let's see here.
I can only imagine. I'm gonna say 4 miles
4.
to the gallon,
You think 4?
or maybe 5.
Let's see here. Let's see. V12. I mean, from the speed though, it's pretty fast, from what I understand. Let's see here.
Is it
Gas,
though? I feel like that thing's so heavy.
gas mileage. Let's see. A 2018 Mercedes-Benz AMG 65 with a 6.0 liter V12. Things towing capacity 7,000 pounds, curb weight.
Not bad.
Yeah, actually, let me pop it on stream so we can show it to everyone. Here, let's see. There we go.
11.
Hey there, Wolf Gamer. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Hey, Wolf Gamer.
Hey, yo. But yeah, so
11.
we got 11 city, 13 highway. That's actually okay. That's pretty bad. especially for the size of it. It's a similar size to like a Wrangler. You know, like a Wrangler Unlimited.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much they're similar size. I think my H3 is bigger than this G wagon.
Yeah, probably. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised.
and mine gets actually better gas mileage than this.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but then
That's
again, mine
terrible.
doesn't have a V12 and it has like an inline 5, so
It's all good.
it's all
I'd rather
good.
have
It's
that.
all good under the hood.
I'd rather have that.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like actually, hold on. Let me see. Actually, let me see about that speed. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, let's see. 0 because there is a thing about 0 to 60, right? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, it's just videos. That's just yeah, okay, let's see here. What's the specs?
6
Okay.
seconds, dude. That's so bad. 5.9.
5.9.
That's not good. But I guess
Damn.
that's good for
This
a
one's the
heavy ass
V8
truck like
version.
that.
It looks like this is the V8. This is
Okay.
2018. This is a different one. It's not the V12. There's a video. Actually, what 0 to 60, 0 to 100. Actually, let's pop this video. Let's see. Okay, we got ads going on here. We don't want ads. We already got it. People already got to watch ads on. Here we go. Let's see.
Not bad. That was actually pretty fast.
Yeah, that's not bad. But wait, he just said 0 to 100. He didn't even make it to 100. What's up with that? I feel like I got being boozled there. I feel like I got clickbaited.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, like
All right,
so.
brother.
Yeah, like 0 to 60. I mean, that wasn't too bad. I mean, that was the
Wasn't too bad.
V12 version.
I mean, that's
right?
a heavy ass truck. It really is. That truck
Damn.
is
Well,
heavy
I
as
mean,
shit.
that's like front heavy. It's not even like all around heavy. It's front
Yeah,
heavy.
that's everything heavy. That thing is just straight metal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, because I was watching this one YouTuber, Doug DeMuro, I believe his name is, and he did like he does like reviews on cars, like even luxury ones. Like people will, like companies will loan it to him, or people will loan their cars to him to
so
review
you
it.
can do a review, yeah.
Yeah, and he said like like for like the money, it's like it's not even worth it because like they're claiming it's supposedly this highly luxury car, right?
And
But
it's
it's
like
like it still has
terrible.
its old '80s design. There's like there's certain gaps in between the doors. That's like a normal modern day car. Just the company wouldn't just let that slide. They would actually,
Yeah.
make it sealed
They
up,
just,
right, and
yeah.
make it look clean, like Lexus or Acura or Audi and stuff like that. But then when you get
Even the
Mercedes,
interior, from what I heard, is really bad.
yeah. Oh man, but yeah, like the G wagon though. But then even other Mercedes Benz cars, like they're pretty, pretty good. Cause I've driven one before.
Oh, yeah, Mercedes are
But
nice.
a G wagon now, like I would for a regular G wagon, I would actually buy an old military one. I mean, I've seen a
Yeah,
company sell them for like 30
spend that
grand or
money.
under,
Yeah.
and they'll customize it all for you. But like for this one here, like they claim it to be like luxurious and all that. It's like, come on now, like for that type of money, at least put a little bit more effort to it. Like do a little bit
Yeah.
more with the like more high tech gear and all that. Put a little bit more comfort in there. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
those are just like basic. I think material seatings in there. Nothing, nothing really that stands out. Like
No,
300 grand. Like
it probably cost them like 10 grand to make. Besides the engine, maybe the engine's
probably.
like 30
Again,
grand or something.
it's like you're paying that type of money for the engine. It's most likely for that
Yeah,
engine.
literally, that's all it is.
Yeah,
It's an engine with a heavy case.
right. Also, Wolfie Gamer said played like a fiddle, pretty much, right? But, I mean, I mean, I'm guaranteed you there probably is someone out there that has bought the V12 version just for the sake of it. But it's
Yeah,
like,
true.
I mean,
Just
dude,
to
like
say
you
they
can,
have it,
I can
you
go
know?
out and move to another state and buy a new house for that type of money.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, of course, I mean, no one's gonna be paying straight off the bat like 300 grand, right? I mean, somebody probably
I'd
does,
I'd rather
but
put that money and buy like an off-road like Toyota truck or something
yeah,
that's like all set up ready for off-roading where the suspension's like amazing and stuff.
dude. But
You
I'm
know,
curious, like, what are the
like a
monthly
Baja
payments
truck.
for a car like that? Right, what's the down payment? What's the monthly payments?
Probably, probably 10, 20 grand is my guess.
Sheesh,
That
boy.
depends on your credit. Depends
Yeah,
on your credit.
I mean, people who have money probably got better credit than I do, and probably if they got the
I
money, they
hear that.
probably put a good down payment on it and got a good deal. But it's like, but still,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I get it if it's like a Bugatti or something like that, something like really fancy looking. It's actually has the looks of
Not
what
a
you're getting paid.
lunchbox with wheels.
Right, it's like you're getting what you're paying for.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like or a
It's just a
Pagani
bling
or something like
factor.
that.
It's just a
Like
bling factor, I think. Just to
right,
say, like, yeah, I bought this car that was this much. I think that's all it is.
yeah.
You know.
It
But
it's just stuff like that, like, where some vehicles are just like, "Okay, that's a little outrageous." It's a little, it's a little out there, but then there's other vehicles, like, say, with the Jeep where it's like, I mean, they could have done better. I feel like they
yeah,
could have
they
done better
definitely
with
could
that.
have. They definitely could have.
I mean, of course, most people buy Jeeps just to customize them anyways, so,
True, true.
but it's like
Some, not all.
yeah, not all of
Most
them.
people just get them and then they just, hey, I
Yeah,
put lights on it, LED,
LED for
lifted
real.
it, and that's it. So
What's the one thing that I do like seeing on certain Wranglers that people put on is it almost looks like they just dip their car or their Jeep into a whole new like drip going on. Like, have you seen like the plastic dip, uh, that they do on certain vehicles?
yeah, I plasticked my drift car, but mostly because it wasn't painted, so I was like, oh, I'll plastic dip
I
it.
see.
But yeah, you can do like plastic dip with different colors. I have a chameleon, like a
Ooh,
chameleon changing flake and stuff. I just never put it on. But I will say this, plastic dip kind of sucks. Compared to paint, like paint is way
yeah.
better.
you,
Um,
you know,
Plastic dip is just more like a cheap alternative.
I agree because I actually tried. Well, I didn't even try. I did. I plastic dipped the front grille of my H3. I
Yeah,
plastic dipped it black, right? And of course, over time, I mean, it worked for a good month or two or so. But then after a while, because I would keep on going through the car wash and all that, pressure
start
washing
coming
it,
off.
and yeah, stuff it would start flaking off, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
damn,
you have to keep it every now and you know
yeah,
the main thing that kills plastic is the sun.
yeah.
The
And
sun
bird
eats
turd, you
it.
gotta watch out for that bird turd.
Yeah, that too.
And I hate, damn
Yeah.
my car. And my H3 gets shitted on all the time with the birds because there's one spot
Really?
where the birds on the towers and all in the tower lines, and they're
Mhm.
just right there, and they always just like bombard the hood and the windshield with their turd and all that. And I'm like, damn, I'm not even gonna go to the car wash. I'm just gonna get the hose, just hose the
Hose
entire
it down. Yeah.
truck down, and just drive off with it, and hope that the
Yeah.
wind would just like blow the water off as much as possible.
Talking about Hummers, did you see the new Hummer that's coming out?
Yeah, the
Crab walk and
electric one,
stuff.
right? From
That
GMC?
looks awesome.
It
That
does.
looks really good. I really like that.
But
I want to drive that.
it looks really cool. I've never driven an electric car, like
I haven't
these
either.
like
I want to
Teslas or
try
anything
it.
like that before,
Yeah.
but it's like, it would be interesting to test drive the Hummer, the new GMC Hummer.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'm
mean,
excited for it, to be
it
honest.
does
I'm
look
excited
really
for it.
cool. I don't
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
fact that they brought back the weird Hummer truck bed look.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, at
was
least it looks better than the H2, truck.
yeah.
But it's still like having a Hummer with I mean, of course, like the Humvees, they do have it when they take off that back, kind of like slope attachment on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it still looks kind of stupid having it like that. I mean, at least
Yeah.
cover that area. I think from what I saw, I did see a picture where they did cover it, the back end from a picture, but I don't know if they're actually
Gotcha.
going to make it official. Actually, hold
Yeah, it's
on.
like a concept, right?
Let me bring it up on the stream. Let me see here if I can find a good picture of the new Hummer EV. Yeah, let's see, because I'm trying to think when they were supposed to introduce them. I don't even remember where, or I mean, not where, but when. Now, it actually looks very reminiscent of the one concept Hummer that was supposed to come out before they like pretty much closed down the Hummer dealerships. Let me see here. Oh, ooh, this is actually a really nice shot that someone took.
You know what it reminds me of? You ever see a Toyota FJ Cruiser?
Yeah, I know
That's
what
what it
you're talking
reminds me
about.
of.
And okay, so here's a picture of the Hummer EV from GMC, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it looks really fly. The more I look at it, it does look pretty fly. But then
I
that truck
like the
bed,
bed design, to be honest, because I need a bed. I like having a
yeah.
bed so you can put a bike in there, or you're buying a TV or something.
But then look at this. Check this out. You get one like this one right here. Let
Oh,
me.
so it's got a hard top. It's got like a
Yeah,
hard bed.
I like a hard top. Look at that.
If they make it where you can have it detachable, I would love it. Like Jeeps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you
Well, you
could
know
take
what?
that on and
If you
off.
look at it, if you look
Oof.
at it here, I don't know if you can see like this the cursor
Oh
right now.
yeah. So it
Yep.
is detachable.
It's no, it's not detachable. Because well, maybe hold on. Let me
See
see.
how the
'Cause if-
window is not a real window? It's got the
oh, you
X's.
know what?
That means
Okay,
it's
look
a
at that.
flexible plastic.
Okay, I'm looking at this picture, looking at this now, and maybe it is detachable. Actually, look.
I
Yeah.
hope it is. I hope
Because
it
look at that.
is. That is
You can see the
awesome.
creases on the top. So maybe it is detachable.
Yeah.
And maybe
Let's
it's like
see.
one of those like half kind of like.
Well, it might just be
opening.
on the back. I think it might just be on the back. See how the crease in the back, right on the back
Oh
window?
yeah. I see what you're
See it
saying.
right there? Yeah, right there. It might just be detachable right on the back.
But
So
look at this. This actually reminds me so much of this one concept that they were gonna come up with. Let me see. I think it's HX, I believe. Yeah, look at this. So this was supposed to come
it
out.
looks like you know what it reminds me? Like
Whoops, too small.
the concept.
Yeah,
Like the what's it called? Gosh, what is the truck from Halo?
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yo, that looks sick. That looks
yeah. So see
crazy.
this, and the awesome part about this here. Actually, let me pull up the
That's
video
only a
because
2-seater.
yeah. Oh no, it. I believe it has a bench
Warhog.
seat
Yeah,
in the
thank you,
back,
Wolf.
like you know, like the Jeep Wranglers, like the old ones. So I
Yeah,
believe it was supposed to have a bench seat. The interior
this is
looks
just a concept, probably.
awesome. Yeah, so they brought it to like a car show. This is supposed to be like the latest Hummer after the H3. Now let me see
Everything.
here. Let me believe it might have been it might have been this video right here.
There's so much more.
It does, right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a nice charger though. Not gonna lie. All right. Pop this open here. Let's actually lower the volume so we don't kill everyone's ears out. But damn, look how old this video looks. But like that, because this, I believe, was supposed to come out in 2011,
Like
2012, I think. But
Yeah,
then,
this is before the recession. Remember that
Yeah.
recession we had? It was really bad, and then like all the gas prices went up, and
yeah.
that's
And it's
what
a
killed
shame.
The Hummers, the gas prices.
And you know, I don't know if you heard
And it's
about.
not even that the Hummers were bad on gas. It's just the look of them. It makes it look like a gas guzzler. So people are like, oh my god.
Well, some of them were. Some I would say like the H1 was.
Oh yeah, the H1, bro.
Yeah.
That thing was a pure metal.
Yeah.
I like it. Looks good.
And so some of those key things are tire size. We got
Oh, yeah.
35-inch
And then-
custom bridge
and then,
tires on here. We got a
There was like
20-inch
the whole
feedback
incident about
wheel.
them, the people burning the
And
dealership cars.
unobstructed, approach to the front tire. It's such
really?
a big
Yeah,
part of
yeah, they're like
front end graphics
like
and design.
environmentalists
It's
were
also,
burning the
obviously, there for
H2s and all
functional
that.
reasons.
Oh,
Being able to
jeez.
lunge up
Yeah.
over a boulder
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's
But,
like
but look at
not
this thing.
environmentally
This thing looks
friendly at all.
badass.
We have
Yeah, I wouldn't
RPM
mind having
actuated
that
hood
at all.
louvers on this, so functional hood louvers.
Yeah, and look,
one of the
Hey,
so
you never know, man.
concept
because see, this was supposed to be an
vehicle
improvement from the
accelerators, so
H3. Because let me lower the volume down. Because like they said, like with the louvers on the hood. Because on the H3, it was just like a plastic piece of
cover.
just a cover, just a plastic cover that just goes on the hood just for the looks of it. But this actually had like functional, parts on it. The one thing that I think they all had in common was that these side like parts right here, those were actual like functioning kind of like side snorkels, if you want to call them that. So like the air would actually flow through there instead of the front of the vehicle, which is awesome.
Call it a two-door, four-passenger
Let me
compact.
see here. Let me see if it gets to the
open-air,
interior.
Extreme off-road capability concept. So
Yeah, look at the
take the
interior. Look at
structural
this.
components of what Hummer is all about and really expose
That's
those
so
and make
nice.
those
I mean, it
into
almost looks like a
the
racing
design
vehicle
features
too.
of the
You know?
interior.
Yeah, it's like a
what we've got
badass.
here is
I mean, look at the
extremely
steering wheel. Look at that thing.
cross-car feel to the
I mean,
instrument panel.
looks awesome. I
And
actually
this,
wish that they actually
extruded
pulled through with
aluminium
this, but
cross-car beam,
sadly,
which forms
they
Yeah,
didn't.
the
Or maybe
feature of the
they will
raw
come out with it
material.
someday. I
The
don't
door
know.
here
Hey,
is,
the EV,
is,
the EV
Yeah, the
concept is
EV.
probably where they probably
the
put this
exposed sheet
into the
metal
EV
feel from the
concept.
I mean, look at
exterior.
that. You know what? Hold
It's
on.
got this,
Let me pause the
Love that
video.
interior, the metal look.
You see this thing right here? I think
Mhm.
it's a folding shovel right there. I may be
Oh,
wrong,
it is.
but you see that right there? Like that is smart. I mean, it looks like it blends right into the vehicle. I just spotted that right
It
now.
really does.
Set into
I'm
a
like, bruh,
big
Awesome.
billet aluminium
dude.
door
I mean,
handle here, which
even
is
everything
actually
on it
used
looks
as a
futuristic.
lever part when you actually use this to remove the doors.
That's actually a very beefy handle. That's a
Showing you
thick
here on
handle.
top of the door lower, one of the critical things.
Yeah,
That
but
we
then, and
wanted
then
to
you look
do
at like the
as part of
door
this
handle, like the
interior
part that
was a
actually
set of
opens right
bespoke
here. It looks like
components
very
for the
tiny
vehicle. So
compared to
this
the
is a
grab handle.
removable shovel, fully Hummer branded.
Oh, it is a shovel.
This is really,
Definitely a
really wanted to
concept,
get into
though.
the heart of
Yeah,
things.
I mean,
This
this is like
shovels,
I mean, the fact that they even built it for their concept,
This is an
like
integrated,
maybe they
element of
actually,
the
like I
interior
said, like
design.
the fact that it looks
What
very
we're showing
similar
here on
to
the
the
center
EV, they
console
probably
is
did build it off of the concept here.
customizable storage area. What we're showing here is
Then look at the
the
shift
fire
handle right there.
extinguisher as part of that design.
That like
But that's an interchangeable storage area.
there's
so
even a
the customer
oh,
can
that's a
choose
fire
what they would
extinguisher
like
right
to
there.
fit into that.
I don't know why I thought that was like a fuel
From an
gauge.
entertainment technology point of view, here we have an integrated iPod situation. Here, the iPod. There's no actual entertainment system.
Yeah,
in the
that
vehicle,
is
just an amp and some speakers.
looks awesome
So
right
the
here.
customer brings in their
Gnarly.
iPod, they drop it in, they can listen to their music directly into the vehicle. This is also a two-way communication. We have
Let me see if he actually
camera
pops that
mounted into the
that
rear view
shifter.
mirror so that you can record all your
It looks
off-roading
really badass.
activities.
Like when I
You
saw
can
it
view
before.
those actually through the screen
Let me
here,
see.
and then download that back into
don't-
your iPod. So you're taking all your adventures.
I don't know. Maybe he
and,
doesn't
and
show it
so
on this
with
video.
Infotainment in the center.
Well, I mean,
And
look
here
like
we've
the
got a
gauges there.
diagnostic screen.
I mean, because back
And
then
what
they didn't
happens
really
is that
have
when we-
a whole lot of like
Digital,
cars.
yeah, the
with
digital thing
digital.
wasn't
The
really that
off-road,
big. Now it's
scene. So
all
when you
going to be
would
digital.
change
It's
your
going to be
Yeah, it's like an
vehicle
everyday
from
thing
four-wheel
now.
drive high to four-wheel
Yeah.
drive low.
Man, that's
Go into
crazy.
off-roading
This looks like
mode.
it actually came out of the
This
90s. I don't
gets
know
me hyped
why.
for the EV.
We've got
This
a
really gets me
compass
hyped for the
here,
EV
and
now.
this is
Oh
with a
yeah,
camera
I
as
think
well,
the
recording
interior is pretty
your,
similar to the
your,
like the
adventures
EV
and
interior.
so
I
on.
believe is similar to this.
I guarantee they used a lot of this to the EV, and they just instead of putting an engine in it, they put the
Yeah,
electric vehicle stuff.
yeah. Because
So.
let me see if I could pull up a picture of the interior here, and then show the interior of the EV if they have one already. Here. So yeah, so I guess these like little pictures of the interior. But like the shifter on the HX that was supposed to come out is almost like a plain throttle. Like let me see if I can find a picture of it lifted up. I remember seeing it on the video, but it must have been a different one, possibly. I think. Let me see here, because this one here is like a diagram, but I don't know if you could see. I guess you could barely see it on this picture. See like right here, like it looks like almost like a plain throttle.
Gotcha,
Right there.
gotcha.
It's just gigantic. Closies.
Like a whole handle.
I know it's like
But
bro, like
concept, you know what though? Concept cars always do things like that. Like they always do things like way out of left field, and then like the production will always be a lot different. You know, like more practical.
yeah. All right, let's see the interior. Okay, so this is the interior of the EV. All right, so that's actually a small picture. Let me try to find a bigger
See,
picture.
look, they just put a whole LCD screen in the front. There's got the LCD screen in the middle, and then the one on this.
Yeah,
Speedometer.
so it's almost like how Tesla does their setup, like
yeah,
with the whole
a lot of
screen.
electric cars are doing that now. I
Yeah.
like it. What's up,
Hey,
Daisy?
I still wish that they would have
Daisy
put a
Chain?
shovel in the
What's up, bro?
door. Definitely should have put a shovel there.
A
Yeah.
shovel.
Oh,
You really want the
Daisy,
shovel,
how's it
huh?
going? Thanks for popping in the stream.
Facts. You really want that shovel in there, huh?
Yeah, give me the GMC. Better give me a shovel in the door. Because yeah, that shovel in the HX concept was really awesome. It looked amazing. Because it fit very well, especially because like the shovel blade was chromed and the handle was orange, so
Yeah,
so
like,
it looked like
there was even the shovel itself looked really nice.
yeah,
Like,
because
no
it looks like
shovel
it fit
that
right
nice.
into the door.
No shovel looks that nice.
I know, yeah, no shovel looks that nice. I mean, if they would sell the shovel itself, I wonder how much it would be.
Right? The GMC like shovel.
It's like $100 for a shovel.
2021. I mean, dude, that's worth $100 if that's $100.
It looks fly.
Yeah. All right, brother. Let me head out of here. It's 11.
All right. Are you
It's
doing
time
you
for
doing
me.
good, Daisy? Nice. Glad to hear you're doing good. Yeah, I'm
Good.
doing all
I'm
right.
doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, just actually just came into the ending of the podcast. But
Yeah.
so
Every Sunday though.
the VOD of this podcast will still be available on Twitch. But then I will be premiering this on my YouTube channel next Sunday. So like that's what I'm doing now. Like I will have like right tonight
Staggered.
actually I had a podcast premiered on my YouTube channel tonight while we were doing this live. And
Ah.
so that's what I'm doing now. So at least it keeps it going. Like there's always content rolling through, so that people don't have to wait. I was like, okay,
There's
like
always something going on.
right.
That's a good idea.
So if for those who want to see like the podcast live at the moment, jump on Twitch. If you can't make it, then you can either watch the VOD on here or go on my YouTube channel and wait the following Sunday to watch it there. But there will always be a
Hell to the
podcast
yeah.
rolling through every Sunday.
Facts.
Yeah.
Dun,
So this
dun,
is
dun.
a fun moment here. Had a good time. We talked about a lot of random stuff, gaming, Twitch streamers, this little dungeon here we got going on.
This dungeon.
Yeah. Also, Turbo surviving COVID. Glad to have him around still.
Seriously, I'm glad I'm back, man.
It's crazy shit going on around here nowadays. But anyways, hope y'all had a good weekend, and I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast.
Facts.
I know for some of you who just showed up right now, like I said, I'll be having these podcasts every Sunday at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. And if, like I said, if you can't make it on the Twitch side, jump on my YouTube channel. I always have a podcast episode uploaded there every Sunday, and it'll be premiering there as well, 5
Yeah,
p.m.
buddy.
Same time as when it goes live on Twitch, but it'll be a different podcast, of course. And then also for those who are new, or maybe those who may not know this already, I just got on TikTok, started putting content on there, Instagram as well, putting a bunch of shit all over the place. I just recently I only posted one thing at the moment because I've just been busy with life, going to EMT school soon, so hopefully that works out. But yeah, for the most part, I'll still try to keep up with the podcast every Sunday, keep it rolling through for you guys. And if there's anything you guys may want to hear for the next one, let me know in the chat or in the comments on the YouTube channel side. Also,
Hell
Daisy,
yeah.
see here, and Wolfie Game, this was a fun and informative experience. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you liked it, man.
Really like the vibe of this podcast. I'll have to try and catch the next one. Yeah,
Yeah, for
Daisy.
sure.
If you want to join us on the podcast for next Sunday, let me know. And yeah, like always, guys. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed this stream and this podcast. Take care. Stay safe out there and try not to catch the Rona. And if you do, I hope the best
Wear a
for you.
mask. Wear a mask everywhere you go. Trust me.
Yeah.
Wear a mask.
Wear a
Don't
mask.
want to go through that.
Wear a mask when you're in the bathroom. I mean, nobody
No.
wants to. You don't even want to smell your own shit. All right. But anyways,
Take
guys,
care, y'all.
like always, until the next time, deuces. Yeah.
The laser.
Good night, y'all.